I appreciate and would like to thank each and every one of my wonderful patrons. Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome, and a massive thank you to the excellent, my good friend Creaky Blinder for giving a feed through to this show. I see some of you come over. You're very welcome. Make yourself at home, settle in. I think you'll find yourself welcome here. So who we got in tonight? Quite a few. Chris Durham, Kiri Mack, Flo Rider. See a bit more of Flo later on. Now Pinion, a bit more of Now as well. Martin H, Neil Sullivan, Glober Crest, Brainless Steel, Mr. Jones 72. How do to you? Also got a video up tonight. Tonight is the 1 minute debunkies. I hope you all enjoy it. I've certainly enjoyed putting them together. We have got quite a few of them. And I'm going to get a couple of people onto the stream with me. And what we'll do is we will play these debunk videos one at a time, because playing all of them at once would be nuts really, wouldn't it? We'll play them one at a time and talk about each one. It should be good fun, I hope, anyway. Who else we've got? Adam L, Christopher Shapely, DVM CVA. Hello, good evening. Tusk. Oh, loads of people. 2HD Cat. Yeah, thank you, 2HD Cat, for letting us know we could go. Without you, we would not have started the show, so thanks for that. And I do have sound before anyone tries to trick me. We nearly had Creaky on that as well. Dan Hetfield, Steve 6464. Hello to you. Yet another submission to the 1 minute debunkies. Going back. David Nicol, Kiri Mack, Mark Swaby. Hope I said that right. David Nicol, Arc Angelus Lunae. I hope I said that right. One of Creaky's viewers. Hello to you. Ivy Gentry, another one. The Turtle Moves, Neil Sullivan, John, loads and loads of people. Devin Schiff. I think I've got it pretty much covered. Glass Monster, Glober Mom, Mohammed Shafiq, Big Mo. Big Mo's a friend of mine. I like Mo. Anyway, I hope you've all had a good week. I've had a busy day. I've just nipped about a quarter of the way across the country, just running my daughter back to her university. She came up for the weekend, so that was nice. Oh, Mr. B, good day to you. Good day. And Brian Pop Robson, hello. Was it you, Brian, who... I don't think it was. Someone did a super chat the other day during a stream and it got missed. I don't think it was you. But I did read it in the next stream. If it was you, I do apologise. I do my best, my very, very best, never to miss one out. So you're all having a little support for Creaky's dad, Christopher Shapley, DVM CVA for US $5. Well, thank you for the support. But I think it's Creaky, you know, he's struggling a bit, isn't he? He's not bearing his age up very well. He's trying to grow hair and he can't get it to go up, it just goes down. What can I say? I was going to say something else. Let's do a little. If I can get it on here. There we go. A little Mage update. Right, we're slap bang in the middle of the Mage 2 launch window. And as you might guess, with the shocking weather we've been having, it ain't going to happen this launch window. So we are back to the longer launch window of 13th to 26th October, not September, October. And I really hope that somewhere over a period of 2 weeks, we'll get a day when it's not pouring down rain and howling wind and so on. And maybe even nice and sunny, with a little bit of broken cloud. That would be nice. Oh, Mitch Goldstein's just done a super chat. Oh, Gemini Luna, I'm not Creaky's dad. I really am not. Yeah, Mitch Goldstein just did a super chat for $2 US. BBC show report available. Ooh. I wonder what that's all about. Oh, incidentally, if anyone would rather be elsewhere, I do understand that Mr. Nathan Oakley is running a live premiere. Oh, suddenly we're plummeting. Everyone's going over to see Nathan Oakley. Really? Really? Nah, couldn't have been. Hello, Keeler. I hope that Mage 2 will fly soon as well. I think that's our best bet, because after that I'm back to launch windows of 4 days, which is always that bit harder. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to it. And if anyone's not aware, it's not going to show up for... maybe will I be able to just switch off the green screen a second? Let's just have a try, because I tried to show this last time. Well, actually, no. This side. You can win a patch like that. Here it is. But it's a patch. See, it looks crap with a... oh, there we are. Crap with a green screen. But you can win this patch. This patch is going up in Mage, as however far up it goes. And it can be won by any one of you. You will need to check out one of my earlier videos. If you have a look at my Mage series, my late playlist, there's one on there that talks about the Mage competition. A few simple questions as tie breaks, but the main thing is, how high is Mage going to go? Okay, that's the main draw. How high is Mage going to go? And there's 3 optional questions in the event of a tie. Dave Rose thought Creaky was my dad. Well, yeah. I mean, at least. See, it's nice to see some new names in here, but it throws me a bit. Black Hole Ball, you've been here before, haven't you? I just passed Hell Week, Mr. Sensible, going on a mission to classified info. And Dave Rose... oh, yeah, I just read yours, Dave, didn't I? That you thought Creaky was my dad. Yeah, he does look quite old, doesn't he? He does. He's not bearing up so well. But he did remember. I did go along to his stream. I mean, I'd watch his stream anyway to support the old fella. But I did go along to sort of jog his memory to make sure he didn't forget to tell everyone about this stream. And he didn't anyway. So, he must have had it written down in big letters on the top of his screen or something so he didn't forget. I reckon. I reckon that's it. And it's nothing to do with me discording him about an hour beforehand just to remind him. Never mind. No, yes, 2HD Cat. I know you're not new. Yes, I know that. Oh, we got... did I say Mr. Jones 1972? Yet another one of the entries for tonight. Well, with Mage. So, yeah, we've got a launch window coming up 13th to 26th. Competition for anyone who wants to enter it. If you enter, just be prepared, obviously, that you would have to give me your mailing address in the event that you're a winner. Anyone who does enter those emails, you just email me at mr-sensible@hotmail.com. At the end, I'll chuck all those emails away. I'm not keeping any of those emails, so those addresses will not be used for anything else, just to reassure you. Brainless Steels just super chatted €5. Sorry I was so tired last stream. How is the not smoking going? Here's some support. Thank you, Brainless. And I'll tell you what, the support from everyone has been wonderful. Every now and then, in a community post or when someone see me in the side chat somewhere, they've asked me, how's it going? Well, e-cigs, I've got an emergency backup. Oh, look at that. Ooh. That's interesting. You're never going to see it, are you? It's always translucent. Yeah, I've got 2 e-cigs, and I'm currently running Virginia in one and RY4 in the other, and I have not had a single cigarette. So that's easily 3.5 weeks, coming up towards 4, I think. So, Kerry Mac. Oh, that's nice. Coming around for some tea. That sounds absolutely lovely, actually. I don't know. I'm totally guessing, but I just get the impression you're at the other end of the country. But it would be nice to meet up. And sometime, I think that perhaps when this whole corona and lockdown and all that stuff is in the distant past, I reckon we need a first national debunker gathering. I think that would be good fun. Because it would be great to meet some of the faces behind the names. Uh, 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 uh. Who else we got? Telescope Replicator, Robert Williams. Oh, David Akerman, hello to you. Basic trigonometry. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm really pleased about this. It's gone really well. I've tried numerous times over the years to give up smoking with various, varying levels of success. Well, I guess none of them are successful since I started again, but you know what I mean. The worst of which I lasted about 8 hours and then got shivers and shakes, and I felt physically sick, and I literally had to get a cigarette. But no problem at all this time. It's gone well, and I really, really appreciate the support. When I said I was going to stop, I did let everyone know, and I asked for support, and I've got support, and it has honestly really helped. Because if I was smoking again, you know that I wouldn't be able to lie to you guys, and I would have to be sitting here admitting it, and I know that you would understand, but I would feel so bad. So it has really helped. Oh, a live debunk meetup with some live piplash. That sounds fun. Fun indeed. Now let's see. Right, now I do have several people in the live waiting room. I'll bring them in a minute. Let me switch off this Mage thing. So keep an eye out for Mage. Oh, I think I said in Mage we are now going to have not only... Actually, I better briefly explain Mage for anyone who's new to the channel. Mage, it's mission above globe Earth. I'm sending up a weather balloon together with 3 cameras. One pointed at the balloon, just so you can see it expand with the air pressure gradient, the atmospheric pressure gradient. One is a normal wide-angle lens, so you get a good view. And the third is the Mage experiment camera, which is a 90-degree lens without distortion, like not a wide-angle lens. And across the field of view are 2 taut straight lines, so that when we hopefully see a curve, no one will be able to say it's distortion, because otherwise those lines would be distorted. So that's the main point of Mage. Well, I'm also sending up a little bit of cheese and some cat biscuits for Arnold. Arnold's not around tonight so far. He may pop in. He popped in last stream. Arnold's my cat, for anyone who's new. So that's Mage. So please have a look and check out my Mage playlist. Right, let's switch off the Mage logo and tell you what we're doing tonight. Tonight is the 1 Minute Debunkies. There is a channel, 1 Minute Debunk, who actually did a 30-second debunk for the last 1 Minute Debunkies, because it wasn't really fair for him to do what he normally does. Tonight is debunk videos created by you guys. There was no requirement for an experience, no requirement for a YouTube channel or anything like that. Now, someone might do something really fancy with graphics and whatnot. Someone else may just do something on their phone. Anything is fine. It was a chance for different arguments to be put forward. It was a chance for people just to have a go and get a video up on a channel. Every channel will get a shout out in the description below. I won't put it on now because I don't want to spoil who it is, but I will edit it. I've got the list ready to go. So as soon as this stream ends, I'll edit it in, and every submitter will get a link back to their channel, because in actuality, every one of them does have a channel. Sorry, I'm missing some comments in there. Oh, Champix, says Alan Rogers. Yeah, I've never used Champix. I did use Zyban. It was experimental when I tried it, and it was absolutely brilliant. You took it for 2 weeks and just carried on smoking just as you normally did, and then stopped dead. And I did for quite a few days, and it was no effort at all. But it had some side effects for some people, obviously. Others it would be fine. And one of the side effects was suicidal feelings. Now, I didn't quite get suicidal, but I got one evening I suddenly got badly affected. I mean badly. I was up the walls. So I came off that. Yeah. But yeah, I've heard of Champix as well. Right. So what I've got is I've actually had, and I'm pleased to say I've had 11 1-minute debunk videos submitted on a variety of things. The condition was it should be a debunk of either flat earth or other conspiracy. and just not touching politics, because I don't do politics on the channel. If ever you meet me in person, I'll happily talk politics. I love it. I love arguing politics, but I don't do it on my channel. And yes, so I've had 11 submissions, which is excellent. And they're on a variety of things. I don't think we had any, no, I don't think there's any direct overlaps. When I put the links below, I put them in the order that I received the submissions. I thought that's probably the fairest way. What I did do, though, is I took those 11 videos and I just assigned a random number to each one. So let me call that up now. So here are our 11 debunk videos. Now obviously none of you have any idea, and I actually can't remember which video is which, but I've got them set up here ready to go. So what we'll do is I'll get you guys to pick a number and we'll go with that video and then talk about it. So let me get in, who have we got? Let me get in some of the people we got here. Right, here we go. Hello, good evening. Who have we got here? Who have we got here? Hello.
Hello.
Now, Flo. Are you the Flo
Hello.
who's done a submission or a different Flo?
Oh, I magically appeared
Yes.
in your room
You
there.
certainly did.
Hi.
If you're in a live waiting room, you're liable to suddenly get pulled live. So are you the same Flo who has made a submission?
Yes.
You are, okay.
I sent and resent and resent this.
Yes.
This throwing candy.
Yes.
So sorry about that.
Well, that's absolutely fine, and I'm happy to have you on here. I'll have to say, though, when it comes to your video, you probably shouldn't comment on your own video. All right? Although maybe we'll talk to you about it. Yeah, we'll talk about it. So let's see who else we've got. Oh, but good evening and welcome to you. Welcome to the channel, Flo. And next we have Mr. Glass Monster. Hello to you.
Hello, how you doing? How you doing? I see you brought Flo in before me.
Yep. I just pick people at random and yank them out the live waiting room. So how are you, Glass? All right?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I was just starting to talk to Flo about the video, and then you yanked out from
Whoa!
underneath me.
Shh! Don't tell anyone about it right now, then.
Nope.
In the chat, I see that Brainless is just asking, is the voice chat open? Yes, it is. Brainless, do feel free to hop in. And I'm also going to bring in our regular Mitch. Good evening to you, Mitch. And
Hey,
Julie, if you're there.
What's up, Mr. What's cooking? I'm here. Julie's here.
Hey, Julie.
Hi, Mr. Sensible. How are you doing?
I'm super fine, thank you, Julie. What are we cooking tonight, then?
Oh, nothing tonight. We went to the Trader Joe's and got.
They don't know what Trader Joe's. I got. We're having chicken shawarma tonight and some Middle Eastern tasty delights.
Very nice, very nice. Do you like to share your culinary delights with all the viewers each time you're on stream?
Right, and we real quick, we checked out your show recommendations. We talked time about the BBC show recommendations.
Yes, which ones did you look at?
We looked at Porridge. I really like Porridge.
Yeah.
Freaking hilarious. Half Ain't Hot Mum. We'll try it again sometime.
Yeah, give it a couple of episodes. I can't remember how it was in the early ones. And what was the other one? There was another one, wasn't there?
That's one I hadn't looked at yet. The one about something about horses.
Oh,
Only Fools and Horses.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That's on cue. We're getting there.
Excellent. Well, I hope you.
That dude is funny as shit. That guy.
Porridge. Yes.
Oh my god.
And you'll love Mr. Mackay.
What's his name?
Yeah, I just like them all. It's good.
I like Hellsop, where like
the imbecile.
he'll tell a joke and then after the commercial break he'll finally get the joke. That's.
Hey, listen. I look forward to hearing your views on them once you spent some time watching those shows. So, guys, tonight we've got the 11 debunk videos. So what we're going to do is, in a second, I'll maybe I'll have to pick someone at random in the chat and get them to give us a number. I wish I had a fancy random number generator, but right now I don't. and then we'll play the video and then have a little chat about it. Just to be clear, this is not a competition as to the in quotes quality of the video, the editing, or anything like that. It's what the video is about. What the argument is.
Shall I roll my 11-sided die, Mr. Sensible?
Do you have an 11-sided die?
I don't think anybody has an 11-sided die.
What about half of a 22-sided die?
Right, exactly.
Well, look, I've just glanced at the screen, and just at that moment, I've seen Brian Pop Robson has said number 7. Okay, so
why not?
Yeah, why not? So, Glass and Flo, are you ready for all this?
7 is, after all, the number of things in 7 things.
It is. It is indeed. It is.
I go with number 4. It's nice and square.
Well, we will go with number 7. I'll get it queued up. Now, the difficulty is you guys in Discord are going to be running behind on the stream, so you'll have to watch it, quickly switch on the sound, catch the end of what I'm saying, watch the video, and then we can talk about it. I don't see there's any way around that, but everyone else can see it. So if everybody's ready, I'll switch off the sound to the Discord and the mic. This is where it's going to get dodgy, because I must remember to switch the sounds back on. We wouldn't want that to happen, would we, that I go all quiet? And we'll try. I'll switch me off first. I'm switching off the desktop, and then it'll be me. We'll try going for the first one then. This is a 1-minute debunk. Number 7.
Number 7. Peter Poop.
Now, I'm letting the guys in the Discord watch the end of that, but I thought that was a really, really interesting debunk, because we've heard them say about those photos, but I'd never seen anyone actually tackle and debunk it. So that actually, it was number 7, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross that off. Right, 1 second. And now those guys have seen it. So what did you think of it, Flo, Glass, and Mitch?
Give my brain a second here.
Well, Mitch, you were just saying something about it.
Yeah. Most people, we talked a long time ago about this, but I actually worked with Margaret Hamilton, who worked on the Apollo project. She was the lead programmer for the software that ran the Apollo project. And she told me something very interesting about the Apollo photos, just as a preface, which is that they brought quite a few cameras with them, but only 2 of the cameras they brought with them actually worked. So the pictures that came back were very few. And many of them were slightly modified before they were released to the public. So there is some truth to the fact that some of the Apollo photographs are fake. But this one is clearly faked by debunked by the debunker. So fine job. It's obviously lined up and faded out. It's pretty easy to catch. One of the things, I'm an old school Photoshopper, so I can spot Photoshop job pretty easily. So they were pretty easy for me to spot, but a good job with a great debunking video. So
I think so. That was excellent, isn't it? Just showing the different, what's the word? in effect showing the parallax between the two positions of the photos.
Right.
So it's cracking. What do you think,
Yes,
Flo? Oh, sorry, Glass. Go on. You was just saying.
Give Flo first.
Oh,
Flo
that's
first.
all right.
I jumped over you.
Oh, that's fine. I got nothing else to add, but it's really awesome to meet people that actually worked with Mrs. Hamilton on the Apollo project. I think that's one positive thing that we all can take from debating and thinking about flat Earth, is that we all meet awesome people and get to talk to awesome people. So
we do indeed. And Glass, what did you make of that video then?
The corpuscular lines, like he said, are an indication that there is some slight modification. But I think that the modification was mostly to make the picture easier for a general public to view it. So the modification would have been nothing more than to help the public have a better look at the moon.
But we've also got Brainless Steel has hopped into the live waiting room, so I'm going to bring him in. And hello, Brainless. Hello. Oh, hello, Brainless.
Brainless Steel, how you doing?
Well,
Live.
Napping, from what I can tell.
well, I mean, I see from the comments, people saying it was. Obviously, Global Mom says it was excellent. I did see some other comments about it. So simple yet completely blows the lies out of the water. Absolutely, Dan.
Yes.
Do I hear you guys now?
You do indeed.
Yep.
So, Brainless, what did you think of that video then?
Sorry.
Did you catch it?
That's what you get when you don't have a colon.
I'm sorry, I'm missing something here. did you?
We don't have colon in the waiting room.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
well,
Yes, I've got you.
Prepared to come on board.
Right. Yes. If you go in that waiting room, you're risking it. Any time you could be grabbed onto the live stream. Definitely. So yeah, I agree. With the comments in there, I think it's excellent. Someone's asked who is Orlis. I don't know. Does anyone else know who Orlis is?
No, off the top of my head, no.
It must be another channel because it talks about. Oh, it's Peter Poop is in there. Hello, Peter. It was your video. He says there's another vid coming that proves Orlis's lies and actual fakery. But excellent video, Peter. I liked it. And I think that's a thumbs up around the table here. Would you agree?
Yep.
Cool.
It was good, but too bad that it had to be 1 minute because, well, then not everybody has the time to read what it says.
I know, but you will be able to, no doubt, see it on Peter's channel. As I said, I'll put links to everyone's channels. I'm not sure if it's up there yet, but I'm sure he will put it up on the channel so people can have another look and pause. Yeah, that's always going to be the case. I mean, it's a 1 minute challenge. It's for fun. One of the other videos also has a thing of text, which you'll understand when we come to it, that I actually do. Although it's a 1 minute video, it's produced at 1 minute long. You'll understand I've deliberately paused it so that everyone could read it because it's quite important. So, shall we have a go at another one? Let's see the next number that pops up in chat. As you can see, I've X'd out number 7 because that's gone. So we'll see who gives us a number. It's exciting, isn't it? Number 8. You've had an advantage because you get to hear me first. Okay, Brainless. Right, let's have a look. Oh, interesting one. Let me cue that up.
I will not keep doing that.
No. Well, I'm not going to let you have another go. I'm not going to let you have another go. Right. So let's go. Again, what I'll have to do, and for your benefit, Brainless, I'll mute the desktop, get the video running, and mute myself. You'll have to watch it on the stream, so you'll be a bit behind. So I won't unmute until one of you says, you finish watching it or something. So here we go then. Here is number 8. Here is 1 minute video number 8.
Number 8. The Snark.
Hi, it's the Snark. You can see that the sun is shining on the right side of the plane. It's stationary there. which means that the sun is now lower than the plane. The plane is going absolutely straight. It has been going like that for a long time now. From Marseille to Amsterdam, the sun is setting in the west. The sun is shining straight through the window. There you can see it. So that means the sun is below the airplane. It isn't setting, it's going down, and in an hour it will be over the horizon. This is your perfect proof of globe Earth. This is my perfect proof of globe Earth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Snark, for that. Thank you. I'll let the guys in the room watch the rest of it until they jump on in. Now, I think it's an excellent evidence. It did have a little bit of problem with the sound because of the background sound. I tried to just process that so you could make out what he was saying a little better. But yeah, it's hard to argue with that. Yeah, it's so simple, isn't it? How can the sun be shining upwards from beneath an aeroplane? Bendy light? Well, that would have to be bloody local, wouldn't it? Of course, Glass, but how could that work if it's at a constant height of, let's say, 3,000 miles above a flattened stationary plane? Yeah. Okay. Oh.
The water.
Yeah, sorry. I've just screwed up the sound. I'll put it back on. Guys, I forgot to switch you back on. This is really difficult. Right, let's go back a bit.
We'll each mute ourselves during each video, okay? That way you don't have to mess.
That's the easiest way, Mr.
Well,
S.
that would be the easiest way, as long as I don't get feedback, because otherwise that will feed through if it picks up the desktop sound. You will need to mute yourself. So we'll try that. Hopefully that will work.
Problem. We all got switches.
All got switches. Okay. Well, that's cool. And that would also mean when you start talking.
Responsibility.
Well, when you start talking, I know you've seen it all. Sound is not my strong suit. Harry M., I'd like you to come here and be my sound engineer. You can have the fun and games of trying to do that.
Another volunteer to be your sound engineer, Mr. Sanford.
Well, I am a recording engineer.
Yeah, but all you got to do is remember to switch it on and switch it off.
Yeah.
Steve6464 said, good evidence, but the flirfs, we'll invent a new science to explain it away. Yeah, probably. Well, I have heard of bendy light. I'm not sure what else.
Yeah, we never have been given a really straight answer as to how high the crystal dome of the firmament is. I mean, I've been in a plane at 38, 40,000 feet, 12,000 meters. So it's still a little unclear to me. Do they claim the sun is on the inside or the outside of this firmament?
I put a styrofoam glider to 42 kilometers and it didn't hit it.
That's impressive.
Well, they just say, well, we can't know. That's only for God to know. That's what some of them say.
Well, the thing is, either option has certain problems with it, doesn't it?
Yep.
Certain cop-out problems.
And contradictions.
Just a few problems. Just a few.
I see we got a few more people coming up. I'm not going to even try pronouncing GHGJG HHXXGH, saying the sun is 1 mile up. No, that's unpronounceable.
A really good way to show that a way to riff on what we just saw is that if you were flying over any given city, say you were flying over London, just as an example, okay? Now London is going to have one specific time where there will be a twilight time, a time where the sun sets. So if you're flying over London and you can still see the sun, that proves that the Earth is a globe, right?
Are you talking about because you can see it after the calculated sunset?
After the time that it's allegedly set, if you're up in the air, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, and of course,
well,
you can do something like that with things like the Burj Khalifa, which is something I would love to do. I would love to do that.
That's awesome.
See the sun set twice or rise twice.
Didn't some flat earthers prove that already with a drone?
Oh, flat earthers have proved globe Earth all the time. Look at Ranty.
Are you sure he's a flat hero? Are you sure Randy is a flat earther?
I'm
because
not sure.
That proves the globe better than Simon Dan.
He's a shill. He's a shill. He's been shown.
And we picked up a 15-degree-per-hour drift.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Bob.
Who was that cackling? Was that you, Julie?
That's me. That's Julie.
He's a cackler.
Okay, side chat. Next number. Side chat only.
4.
And not if you've gone before. Oh, it's exciting stuff.
Tell us when to mute.
Well,
I did like that I picked the snark.
Well, Harry M has chosen number 4. He's going to get that. Anyone involved with this one's not allowed to comment. So, panel here in Discord, if you'd like to mute now. And here we go. Number 4.
Number 4, Flow Rider.
Hello everybody and welcome to a new 1-minute debunk of Flat Earth with towing tanks. They're used to pull model ships through a long water tank with a crane that is rolling along on a set of rails, and those rails have to be very precise so the ship is pulled evenly through the water, and when constructing these, the Earth's curvature has to be taken into account. Most towing tanks are privately owned now, so no NASA military conspiracy going on there. So yeah, that's just another proof that flat Earth doesn't hold water. Take care.
Now, obviously, the panel is still watching that, but I'd like to say that is absolutely brilliant. And wait until they finish, because obviously we've got Flo with us. I think they're coming towards the end. Fred Bailey says you'll mention this to Chemo. Because I used that. I had never heard it before Flo had submitted that video, and I used that. Hello guys. Right, Flo,
Hello.
I just want to say to you, I don't know if you heard in one. I had a previous stream with Bev Try Thinking. Did you happen to catch that, Flo?
No, I haven't.
Right, because I used your argument. I credited you with it because I thought that was absolutely cracking and something I'd never heard of before, and I think it's absolute proof. Because with those, I mean, you'll be able to see on the screen in a minute. If you've got the boat being pulled along, it actually can move up and down the thing that's pulling it along, so it accounts for waves. But the I forgot what the word is. The gantry itself is running on rails. Now, if those rails were dead straight, in effect, they'd be just cutting a chord through the surface of the Earth. And so the first half, they're in effect going downhill, the second half uphill, which would, maybe only slightly, but have an effect on the speed of the gantry. By following the exact same curve as the water, which is following the gravitational equipotential of the Earth, then at all times, there is, it's not going uphill, it's not going downhill, it's totally level. And I thought that was a killer flow. Hats off to you, sir.
Okay, now I understand it.
Good
Yeah.
one.
Yes, level,
Yeah.
not flat.
But
Thanks very much. But that was just a little Google research. So I haven't known anything about those towing tanks before before finding this out on Google, and it was quite the interesting rabbit hole that I dug myself into, because those towing tanks, they're quite And ship design, shipbuilding in general. That's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So
Well,
your Google
Not something
skills,
that everybody does.
no. But I thought it was wonderful. I used it in my argument with Bev. Like I said, I explained at the time that it was an evidence that was put forward by yourself that I had never heard of before, but it was perfect for then. So I apologise for pinching it and using it there, but it is your debunk, and it's a cracking one, sir. I really think so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, and you gave enough credit in the live stream.
Thank you.
Actually, that's actually the only live stream that I watched after the fact. Completely.
Yeah, that was interesting, old Bev. Yes. So, well done with that. Thank you, and thank you for the submission. And actually, I'm going to say now, thank you to everyone who submitted. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Looking at names that have been in the side chat, I think about a third of you who submitted happen to be here tonight. I hope the others catch it at some time soon. Wow. Should we go for the next one? So, side chat, name me a number. Let's see who gets in there first.
I'll go 2.
I was going to say, there's also if you guys are from America, then you know about the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, which at one time was the largest bridge in the world and connects Brooklyn to Staten Island in New York City. And the towers of the bridge are 41 millimeters further apart at the top than at the bottom.
Absolutely.
To account for the curvature of the Earth.
Absolutely. And that, again, was a part of the evidence I used against Bev, that very same bridge. Of course, he didn't believe it, but there we go. I will say Fat Whippet got in first with number 6, so that will be the next one.
Right,
yeah, you're right, the Verrazano Bridge, Mitch. I mean, I believe you're right. There's longer ones.
I grew up in the side of that bridge, Mr. S.
So you've been there. It's a double-decker bridge now, isn't it?
I grew up in Brooklyn, dude. I've been there many times.
Yes.
Yeah, double-decker bridge. It's incredible.
Heck of a construction.
Yeah. Well, there we go, Mitch. I used the bridge that you grew up to in a debunk argument, and now you have. Well, let's get on with the next one then, because I know that the creator of this one is there in the side chat. So, guys, if you'd like to mute your mics again, and we'll go for number 6.
Number 6. Now Pinion.
This is where I live, and we have our own airport. You don't have to go up very high before you start to see a curve. This is what our radar tower looks like. Oh, we also have the best Chinese restaurant around.
Lampion, number 1!
Hey, they said it, not me. Anyway, remember that radar tower? When the moon is just above the tower, you can see that they share the same phase. It's because they are both lit by the same light source. It proves that the sun is very far away and not small and local. Some say that the rainbow is a reflection of the dome. Is this the dome? Have we found a very small and local dome here? Or did we just witness water droplets breaking the sunlight into 7 colors of the spectrum? Flat earthers say that perspective makes objects disappear from the bottom up. Why doesn't my daughters disappear in this way here? I can see this airplane from 50 kilometers away with my naked eye, but nothing is making it disappear from underneath. Oh, wait. In this shot it seems as if we disappear from the bottom up. I wonder why. It was just due to some curvature.
Oh,
Wow, yay!
that was really good.
Brilliant. The dome and the moon. That's a dragon
That's a
slayer.
keeper, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a keeper.
So that wasn't the dome the rainbow was reflecting off of?
Yeah.
Yeah. The moon. That was sweet. I want to link to that video. Yeah.
I was still muted. Oh, no. Oh, I've only got one button to do. I'm thinking, what's all these posts coming up on the screen? Sorry, people. Oops.
Yeah, I heard. I heard us on the TV.
Oh yeah, you're all there, just not me.
Oh.
Oh man. Martin H, don't be cheeky. 9 o'clock's going to have to learn to lip read. Right, what I was saying was Mr. Thrive and Survive did a video. Well, it was a mirror of someone else's video with the moon and one of those radar domes, and saying the shadows and the light didn't match up because they were looking in different directions. It was pointed out that if they were sort of more closely aligned, you'd see they did match. The guy who did the original video then tested that with a foam ball on a stick and walked around, compared it to the moon and so on, and found that it did all match. And he said he was wrong. Props to him, fair enough. Anyone can make a mistake. He corrected himself, so can't say fairer than that. Mr. Thrive and Survive never did. Yes. I see I got a super chat from Regios for $5 US saying,
yes.
Charades? It might be. It's a book and a film, okay? And from Now Pinion for 59 Swedish krona, I really wanted to hear what you thought of the video, Mr. Sensible. Oh, man.
It's your own fault.
And 2HD Cat suggested that every time I forget to unmute, we do reverse super chat. No, I'll go broke. I'll go totally broke. Oh, Tusk.
Make a point to DM me a link to that video, that last one. I want to use that against the Flat Earth channel.
That's a beautiful video.
That's really good. Yeah.
Well,
when I go on
Dear
Japan
to my eye, Mr. S.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be able to find it, if it's not up there yet, on Now Pinion's channel, but it'll be Now Pinion you have to contact for permission to use it, of course. I'm assuming that everyone submitted has given permission for their videos to be shown on this channel because they've submitted it to this channel. Tusk super chatted £3 saying, haha, I knew you'd sod it up sooner or later. Thanks for that, Tusk. You all knew that. Typical, isn't it? Typical. Never mind. It's something to laugh about, isn't it? Oh, how we laughed. How we laughed indeed. Yes.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
It could be, couldn't it? I'll deliberately not unmute myself just to get the super chats with people laughing at me. Well, it's a living, isn't it?
It's better than telling Flat Earth lives.
Well, yeah.
Flat Earth lives.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's not really honest, is it, if I'm doing it deliberately? But then they're not either.
We got to save up so we can buy some more subscribers, Mr. S.
Yeah, please do. Yeah. Cheap, please. I want them cheap.
Well, isn't bad enough? I'm already, what do you call that there when it turns your name green? Member.
You are a member? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not disputing. You are a member. I'm confirming that. Yeah. And instantly, anyone wants to be a member, you can just click the join button below. If anyone wants to patron, then you're very welcome. I appreciate that. And I appreciate each and every super chat for whatever amount. But I do not want anyone to feel at all pressured into it or at all guilty, because either everyone, not everyone can afford to, or perhaps want to, and that's absolutely 100% fine with me. Thank you.
But you should feel guilty if you like the video and you haven't bothered to click the like button yet. Then you should indeed feel guilty.
Because that's free. Anyone can do that.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And if you killed this, if you hadn't hit the subscribe button, would it kill you to hit the subscribe button? Really?
Yeah.
Sorry, Midge. I forgot.
Sorry.
I forgot to hit the like.
Straight from Blast Monster.
Sorry?
Straight from
That's
Blast
the
Monster to
of
the
the day.
YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button now. That is an order.
This stream has been
Yeah.
Glass approved. Thanks, Glass. Thanks, guys. Right, well, I have seen a couple of number 11s, the first of which was shouted out by the Turtle Moves. And I think, why not? If I remember right, I'll see it now. Yes, this is a video where I've deliberately paused, and you will understand in a minute. His original 1 minute video flashed up a page of text, and it said pause, so that, if you're watching it at a later date, you could pause. But because obviously you can't really pause in this situation, I have paused it for you because I think this information is very, very important. Okay, you'll understand in a minute. So, guys, if you'd like to mute yourselves, I shall play number 11, and I shall try and remember to unmute afterwards. Here we go, number 11.
Number 11. Tetra does RC.
I decided to pause this video for this important information. I'm a C5 tetraplegic. C5 tetraplegics have functional deltoid and or biceps musculature. They can internally rotate and abduct the shoulder, which causes forearm pronation by gravity. Wrist flexion is similarly produced. They can externally rotate the shoulder and cause supination and wrist extension. They can bend the elbow, but elbow extension can only be produced by gravity or by the forceful abduction of the shoulder and inertia or shoulder external rotation. Independent respiration is possible in long term, although initial ventilatory support is common. Diaphragm function intact, but intercostal and abdominal muscle paralysis results in decreased lung volumes and cough strength and effectiveness. Does wearing a mask reduce O2 in the blood? I test this using a 3M7502 mask with 2097CN P100 filters.
97 there. What I'll do is I'll test every 10 minutes or so. So, still at 98 we are. So, still 97. Right, that's saying 99 now, so that's actually increasing my oxygen saturation. You can see it's steady at 96 there. For all you people saying that it reduces your oxygen content significantly, you're all idiots. Ding.
So I'm sure you understand now why I paused that. Massive props to Tetra Does RC for not only doing the experiment but being part of an experiment. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and it's a really important thing that you just showed. Yeah, idiot ding, definitely. Hopefully these guys aren't too far behind. They'll be coming off of pause. And oh yeah, I did notice though, Tetra RC, you're pushing the Creakies channel, #tidy, but good man, really, really like that. And what we got? Claps, well done, ding, love it, bravo, ding,
Yeah,
great t-shirt.
Yeah, great t-shirt.
Ding.
yeah.
And as Globe Mom says, bam, mic drop, definitely.
Now, what person with more than 11 functioning brain cells would think that a mask that is designed to keep particles out but allow air and oxygen to pass in and carbon dioxide to pass out? We know that's what they're designed to do. You know, I feel great that guy made this video, but it's hard to believe it's necessary.
But it is. It is.
Yeah. Now, put a plastic bag over your head. Yeah, your oxygen's going to go down a little bit.
Just a little. Yeah, but we know it. That's a very good one. But not everybody has a brain, apparently.
Well, this is true.
I mean,
I've had
space helmets.
I've had a look at Tetra Does RC's channel, and despite the challenges he very obviously has, he's busy building radio control stuff. Amazing guy.
Check that out.
Definitely. As I said, that there will be links to all the channels in the description below at some point at the end of the stream. So please check out all these people who have put in the time and effort to do a video. Yeah, no, I thought it puts these flat earthers to shame when there's so many simple experiments they could do, and Tetra there did an experiment that would be more of a challenge to someone like himself. So shame on them for not doing it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I got 99 problems, but oxygen ain't one of them.
Same here.
Yeah.
I got an 8 foot
and-
high
and-
by 6 foot diameter vacuum chamber, and there's lots of oxygen in it if you pump it in there.
Oh, NA
but-
is just super chatted. Dun dun dun. $6.66 of the finest US cents, saying, "I wear a similar respirator for work, 15 to 20 hours a week, 5 days a week for the last 17 years. Hail Satan."
That's about as much time as Donald Trump spends on the golf course.
Hey, politics out, please.
I thought the real number of the beast was 616.
So I understand. I don't. I've heard that a number of times. I'm going to have to look into that. I mean, we won't get into that now, but I will have a look into that.
Well, we're quite sure about all theology except whether it's 6x6, and we're trying to figure out what x is.
One.
I think x is 6. Someone else thinks x is
1.
I've heard 6962. I swear, I've heard that from some people.
Well, 666.
And some say it's 999.
665, the neighbour of the beast.
I'm saying it's 42.
999, the Australian beast.
Emergency number. Emergency number.
Oh dear. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
When Cthulhu returns, it all won't matter.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so I'm saying that I'm being what's the word? 665 across the road from the beast. I like that staple. Well, Fat Whippet's jumping ahead of the curve, and he said number 10 for the next one. And why not, indeed? We'll go for number 10.
Yeah.
So thanks for that, Fat. It wasn't you who did the other number, though, was it, Fat Whippet? Was it Fat Whippet did the other one?
I don't know.
Sable Eagle 6 Pi 6.
667. I go one better. One better than the beast.
I thought it was 3.141.
592654 rounded.
Bingo.
I learnt that when I was a kid, just to be smart. Anyway, let's get on with number 10 then. So if you'd like to mute yourselves, guys, we'll go with debunky, 1 minute debunky, number 10.
Number 10. Global Mom.
Is Among Us a fun multiplayer game or NASA indoctrination? Was this game secretly created by NASA in 2018 to prepare us for what has been happening this year? And is it being used right now as a distraction to reassert that conditioning? In the game, you and your teammates must prepare the spaceship for flight into outer space. However, there are shape-shifting parasites impersonating fellow crew members, killing off other crew members one by one. Yet, you must still do your job and get the ship ready while keeping an eye out for danger. Who can you trust? Who will die next? Will it be you?
Well, thanks for that, Mom. I'm not sure that was a debunk, more that you're starting a new conspiracy. But I did enjoy that. I really did. I've not heard of the game Among Us. Looks great fun. And I'll read out, while those guys are watching the end, super chat from Second Best Bob for £6 and 1/6 of the finest Queen's sterling. It's true. Take my devil's money, Mr. Sensible.
That game is fun. That game is fun.
I've never heard of it or seen it, but I love the little video. It's brilliant.
Us.
Thanks, Mom.
Mom, you gotta look it up.
Bit of an oogly there.
Yeah, she started a new conspiracy.
I like that.
Yeah. If you start playing that game, you'll go hooked.
Have to start somewhere, right? Just like all rumors have to start somewhere.
Well, it's true. It's true. I did. Well, we had a couple of occasions where people have fed false information to Flurfs and they've just lapped it up. Starting a new conspiracy. That might be
I've done
interesting.
that.
Well, I could certainly think of better ways of proving flat Earth than they certainly seem to be able to. So there's got to be something said for that.
Well, we got Global Mom there in a side chat saying she made up the conspiracy. Are you sure? Or is that just a conspiracy? You're trying to hide a conspiracy within a conspiracy, Mom.
Oh, it's a meta-conspiracy.
A meta-conspiracy? It could be, couldn't it?
It's called Q a Mom.
Sorry, it's called what, Brainless?
That was not me.
Oh,
Q a Mom.
Oh, Flo. It was you, Flo. Sorry, Flo.
All right. That's all right.
Yeah, so thanks, that Mom. I loved it. Loved it. A new conspiracy. But next time, don't do it again. You do a debunk, all right? I'll let you off this time because it was so enjoyable.
Yeah, this was just a bunk.
That was a bunk, yes.
So it was good shite.
It was indeed. It was
a
indeed.
video that went bunk in the night.
I don't feel like I wasted, 63 seconds. So it was
man. Yes. I will never know. Cue a mom. Wow. Cue a mom. I like it.
No.
If you turned my camera on, you'd see Mage Part 3 sitting in front of the camera.
Mr. Sensible.
Yeah.
Can I say hi to the Snark?
Of course you can.
Sorry, I already picked your video, so you missed your own video. But it was a good video.
Snark.
Oh, that will serve you right for turning up late, Snark.
And I already debunked it, so.
But Snark, just so you know... Sorry, Brainless. I was just going to say, just so you know, Snark, in case you missed it, I will be putting links to every channel who submitted in the description straight after this show. So you might want to make sure that your 1 minute video is now up on your channel. Okay. Right.
Brian Pop Robson.
What? Brian Pop Robson. False videos of moon landings have been lapped up, as was the Kubrick mockumentary. Yes. Hey, and I did that total idiot expat Taffy with his Apollo debunks. What I didn't realise, one of the other people who do it, is Bertie Slack and someone else is always debunking him. One of the things Taffy had done was he did a debunk video of the astronauts walking to Apollo 11, I think it was supposed to be. He actually debunked the clip of film from the film Apollo 13 with Tom Hanks and that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
like he was saying that because they did it in Apollo 13, the movie, they could also have faked the Apollo missions. It wasn't saying that. He actually used the movie footage as NASA footage. Just wanted to clarify.
He didn't know the difference. He debunked the movie.
Well, in his defense,
good on him.
Oh man, he's precious.
It's all CGI to him, so
yes.
Well, speaking of the moon landing,
right.
Speaking of the moon landings, Tusk made a very good video about some hidden footage of the moon landing. It can be found on Global Mom or by Parrot. Just saying.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Global Mom and Parrot.
Not safe for work, no.
Oh, that one. Yes, I saw that one. Yes, I'm wondering who supplied the props, but I'm too polite to ask.
Oh, that was Tusk himself.
the initial rocket with the silver foil dangling underneath, I thought was brilliant.
I thought it was all brilliant. Yeah, none of us knew what it was about. We only got our own text, so nobody knew what it was going to be about. Except us.
I see. So you all submitted just the voice clips, did you?
Yeah. That made it so much more fun.
Oh, so you all discovered what it was when it was actually released. I must admit, I was
Yes.
told it's not safe for work, but I watched it straight after my stream and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Okay, let's have another number. Side chat, another number.
One.
You've got the choice of the remaining ones up there.
Let us see.
Number 1.
Oh, that's what you said, but what does the side chat say? It's their choice. I'm waiting to see who comes up first with this.
Who's always
Who's going to be the first?
I can't wait.
Dun,
Oh, X-Vipe ZZ91 and Global Mom have said number 2. So it shall be, as requested, number 2. So let's see who supplied video number 2. So if you'd like to mute yourselves, guys, I shall play.
Tyler Jones.
I shall play the next video.
Number 2. Futures.
Greetings and salutations, this is Huge Ass. And for my 1 minute debunk, I'm debunking this.
Hugh, there is no South Celestial Pole. The stars don't go in a different direction at the South Pole. It's a hoax. You know, when you see the stars going in the opposite direction in the South Pole, supposedly, well, here's the trick to it. It's just a stupid trick. All they do is they play the video in reverse. You want to know how I figured this out? Okay, well, you know, whenever they're filming it and you see the stars going the opposite direction, they also show a few vehicles on the road. And here's the telltale sign. You can see that it's being played in reverse because you can see that reflector light going, showing that it was played in reverse. It's not forward. So that's all they did for the South Celestial Pole.
No, Joey. Anyone in the Southern Hemisphere can go into their backyard with a Star Trail capable camera and film this. Debunked.
Well, thank you for that, Mr. Hugh Jars. That was pretty much a slam dunk. 90% of your video was the flat earthers, but you debunked them in about 3 seconds. Cracking job. How the hell can they explain it? I have no idea. I've not heard a flat earther come up with a sensible explanation for it. And that one was the feeblest explanation by a flat earther for the rotation, the southern stellar point of rotation I've ever heard.
Dude's a moron.
No. Is he a moron? No. He's very intelligent.
I think he's a less Ron. He's not a more. He's a less Ron.
Yeah, it's.
You know, I just want to go there, go to his house, pick him up by his collar, and drag him down to Australia, and hold his face up to the sky.
Well, listen, Mitch, will you do us a favour? If you do go to his house, grab him by the collar and drag him to Australia, can you leave him there?
I wouldn't wish him on it. Our friendly Australian brethren.
Well, perhaps drop him off about halfway on the way back.
Oh, he is a dreadfully stupid man.
Drop him off with lots of kangaroos and tell him the kangaroos like to box.
Drop him off with rocks with his pocket in the middle of the Pacific. Oh, Ryland Cripps loved that.
The joke is that it doesn't even matter that if they were going backwards or forwards. The fact that there's 2 celestial poles alone proves it's a globe.
Mitch, you can't say that, Mitch. Mitch, you cannot say that. You're using logic. That's just totally unfair.
Oh.
Yeah, don't know the word logic. Clerf logic doesn't make sense.
No.
I do think, though, that he is one of the few flat earthers that genuinely believes it. One of the big ones. Because
if that's the best they got to offer, it's a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Yeah, well, he doesn't seem too bright, though.
No.
I've got a blue light bulb that's brighter.
So, sorry, Gary Wybenga, I'll just jump in. I've still got that link. I haven't even looked at it yet. I will do. I haven't really, I can't really be talking about it right now, but I will look at that and I will address it. I did promise I would. Okay, thank you.
And I did like you, Jarsh's wee doggy. At the
Yes,
end.
isn't it cute?
Cue the corgis.
Definitely.
Yeah, good on you, you Jars. Let's hear it for you.
Hugh Jars.
Yeah, you Jars. That was a good one.
Well, I hope you're all enjoying these.
But,
hope you're enjoying these 1 minute debunks. I think they're excellent. I mean, it's
joined my
difficult.
server ages ago.
Do you know what I reckon I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to try a 1 minute debunk because I think that's really hard. Well, there we go.
Right, because you have to set the whole context up in order for it to make any sense. You have to have some angle, right? And you have to set it up, and then you have to wrap it up, and then of course you have to put the MGM symbol with your favorite pet at the end. So
and that's altogether spending too much time on flat earthers anyway. Well, I've got
favorite pet at the end for me would be a huge snake.
Gerard makes an interesting point, Mr. S. The flat Earth cameras of choice, the Nikon P900 and P1000, both have a built-in star trail mode. So there's no excuse for them not to do this experiment themselves.
Wow. Thanks for that, Gerard.
Thanks, Gerard.
Then they have to go.
Thanks, Bob.
To the southern hemisphere.
Well, actually,
you really don't.
You only have to go far enough so that you can see that they're rotating around a second point. You don't have to see that second point.
If you just do one at different latitudes, you'll see that Polaris is at a different angle depending on your latitude. That's the easiest proof of the globe that there could possibly be. So if you took a circumpolar picture and then went dropped down 10 degrees and then did another, you would see it's lower and lower in the sky. Once you got far enough past the equator, you wouldn't be able to see the Big Dipper anymore. So we have people in the southern hemisphere who's never seen the Big Dipper. That's just freaky to me. I've never seen the Southern Cross, never once.
I went down close to the equator, so I should have been able to see a lot more southern stars. And shame on me, I didn't even look. It was on rather a nice holiday in the Maldives. And I was more, so I was more concentrating on enjoying the holiday. I didn't even think about that.
Was there alcohol involved, Mr. S?
I barely drink, mate. Mitch,
really?
Yeah, barely drink.
On holiday?
Even on holiday. I probably have no more than 1 or 2 units of alcohol a month. Yeah, next to nothing. I'm a good boy.
Oh, on a cruise, though, man.
Mr. Sensible.
Yes.
Crafty came up with a very good point in the side chat.
Oh, about the I was going to address that. Yeah, Crafty suggested putting his 1 minute debunks as standalone videos on my channel. Certainly, that could get people more views. Flo, how do you feel about that? Because I mean, I don't want to steal people's work. I mean, obviously, I've asked for people to submit it, and it's shown during the stream, and I'm happy to give links back. I wasn't looking to. Do them as videos on my channel. Or perhaps I could just put them as one collection. Without all the extra stuff in between. I mean, how would you feel, or what do you think about that, Flo?
I don't mind either way, to be honest. So you can the collection thing sounds like a very good idea.
I could do that, couldn't I?
You can,
but I don't know how others would feel. I should have thought of that before.
On your Discord server, and when they view them, they get the view anyways.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. But then, of course, even though I've got a nice number of people on the Discord, it's not like the number of people who will see a stream. I mean, we've got 158 now, but obviously over time, more people see it. Don't know.
Yeah, but I do think that if you put it up like a collection, that would be a good one as well. I think more people will see that because not a lot of people will watch a live after it's been live.
That's true. I mean, quite a lot do, but not the same as watch a video. That is true. And I see Steve6464 said it'd be okay with him. Andreas, which I'm not sure. Did we show Andreas Elt's video? No, we haven't yet, Andreas. So you're still here for that. And actually, Steve, yours hasn't been shown yet either. And Lambert Hospers has said number 9, so we'll do that next in a minute.
All right, you'll just have to share your NASA check with everyone else who distributes it, Mr. S.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
He said NASA.
Okay, which one's next?
It's number 9. Oh, actually, I beg your pardon.
Snark is in the waiting room.
Oh, so he is. Let's bring him in as well. And I've had a couple of number 5s. Oh dear! I'll tell you what. And what we'll do.
Hey.
Yeah, Lambert. I did say you first. We'll go for the number 9 next. Hello, Snark.
Hey,
hello.
Thank you for your submission.
Thanks very much.
Can I ask you, since you're in here, how do you feel? Do you think I should release them perhaps as 11 1-minute debunk videos, or as a collection, or do you think that shouldn't be done? We should leave it as it is, with them being shown here with links?
Well, that's a good question. I think it would be good to have them as one video with short comments, because if you give really lengthy comments, it'll grow into half an hour or more.
Well, which is what we got now.
Yeah, but okay, that's a live stream. Not many people watch a live stream back, unless it's something that's got segments and timestamps, where you can say, okay, I'll look at that. But in between, you could also say, well, okay, I'll do the first so many, and then the second so many, first 5, second 6.
Yeah, Peter Poops just commented it's fine by him as well. I think probably that's what I'll do then. I'll lump them into one video just with a short intro, just saying they're 1-minute debunks, and they get another link to each of them then. I can do that.
Very good.
Yeah. And Chris Durham said the collection with a short comment linking each one. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, guys, job done. That'll be done. So we were going for number... Oh, God, it was number 9, wasn't it, next? Number 9. Let me just find it on the list.
Number 9.
Number 9. So, Snark, just so you're aware, all you guys here on the Discord, you'll need to mute yourself until the end of the video, okay? Otherwise, I'll get sound fed back. And so here we go with number 9.
Number 9, Andreas Elt.
Hello, my name is Andreas Eld. There are lots of irrational fears going on these days. One of them is radiation from mobile phones. Should you wrap your phones in tinfoil? What should you do? Well, to use a famous quote, yes, it is radiation, because it has to be. Have you ever thought of what a mobile phone is? It's a radio transmitter. A radio transmitter. A radio transmitter. Thank you very much.
Thanks for that, Andreas. I absolutely love the way that font gets larger and larger. Andreas, actually, this is your second 1-minute debunk, because Andreas submitted last time. So thank you very much for that, Andreas. And the guys are just finishing watching it. So they'll be with us in a second.
Thanks for that.
We're here.
There.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, okay.
Yeah.
Because it has to be.
Yeah.
I didn't really get that. The font was too subtle for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just, I don't know if
Great
you
talking
guys
to you.
heard me, but Andreas did a 1 minute debunk last time. And if I remember correctly, it was about this idea of flat earthers. Well, if the earth was curving, then tall buildings would be leaning away from you when they're further away. And he had two buildings next to him. He then turned them and showed that one was actually leaning away from you, although you couldn't notice that. And then the other one, when he turned it around, was actually leaning towards you, and you couldn't tell. I don't know if you remember that, if you recall, if you were watching.
Yeah, I've seen something like that. Must have been.
I'm sure it was Andreas's. That one was his. Yeah, so thank you very much for that, Andreas. And we're down just to 3 more videos. 3 more videos. But I'm really, really appreciative of everyone who has submitted. Actually, funny little story about Tetra Does RC. His video, the one where I put the pause in, the guy with the mask. When he submitted it, it was 15 minutes long. I said, look, if it had been a couple seconds over, hey, we can live with that. But 15 minutes is pushing it a bit. And he came back with that cut down version, sped up with I think it was 1 minute flat. So, yeah, I mean, 1 minute is definitely a challenge. I tell you what I will do, because I'm going to use all those videos as a collection. I should put in a 1 minute debunk of my own in that collection. It's only fair, I think.
Yeah.
No, not a 1 minute debunk of your own. 1 minute debunk of flat Earth.
A 1 minute proving the Earth is flat.
That joke.
Oh, and Andreas has just said that was his video with the leaning buildings. I remember it. I remember the video well. I just wasn't 100% sure it was yours. It was the little Lego man in the corner that sort of prompted it for me.
Yeah.
So we have 1, 3, and 5 left.
Yes.
All right.
I know people have shouted already, but it'll be the next one who says. That'll be the one we go for next.
Next one.
Yeah, the next person who. Oh, 3. Oh, you cheat! No, you're on Discord. No, you've got a time advantage. You have a disadvantage watching them, but you've got an advantage with commenting.
Somebody else said 3. Oh.
I already used that trick.
Martin H, it is yours, sir. We'll have number 3 as the next one.
Number 3.
Yeah. So I'm just. What are the other numbers you got left? 1, 3, and 5. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, interesting stuff. Okay. Well, let's go then with Martin H's choice. And if you guys can mute again. And here we go with video number 3.
Number 3, Steve 6464.
Thank you very much for that, Steve6464. Really appreciate that. Do you know, I really, really wish I could do 3D graphics. That's just way beyond me. Someone had posted an image recently on my Discord that was talking about the spread of heat from the sun if it was that low, and how it just would. Well, I mean, the light doesn't work, but the heat certainly wouldn't work. So, cracking job. I have no idea how long it takes you to put something like that together. What do you reckon, guys?
Well, light radiation, heat radiation would be similar in reaction to one another, in the way they'd react.
Isn't it all this, I can't remember the term, is it square root You know, you double the distance and you get quarter of that sort of thing, quarter of the energy. And if it was that close, it couldn't provide heat.
Yes.
Exactly. It
Well,
couldn't
that's
provide
how they
that
explain
evenly across
seasons.
half the Earth.
But they explain seasons that way, which makes no sense at all because we could have a season every day. That was the case.
Well, who was it? Was it Multi Tom Tom? Our old friend Multi Tom Tom had said that's why. Oh gosh, he talked about the spread of the deserts or whatever, and Q says inverse square law. Thank you, Q.
He's claimed that the deserts form a ring around approximately, just north of the equator is what's called the desert belt. And it does go all the way around the Earth. But it's just a coincidence. It has nothing to do with the position of the sun. It has to do with the position of the deserts and why, and they end up that way because the Earth is round. Actually, there's the same number in the southern hemisphere, but most of the mass of the actual mass of the planet is in the northern hemisphere. There's much more land in the northern hemisphere than the southern. But it's not a very good argument, is it?
No.
That the sun's orbit changes. The sun goes in a circle around the flat Earth is pretty flimsy.
The whole thing, when you see their flat Earth, that flat Earth map with sunlight, and the way you'd actually get a circle of darkness and the light, because you get 24 hours daylight at certain times of the year in around the south, Antarctica. So it would have to light the entire outer ring, but you'd have a circle of dark.
And it has to be a spotlight, otherwise the entire Earth would be lit.
Yeah. Well,
magically changing a spotlight with a shade, a magically changing shade.
Naturally, it's suspended from what exactly?
They got a gigantic light bulb up there, and they just put a disc over the center of the light bulb.
That's an interesting theory, Glass. I'd like you to develop that further.
There you go. There's a video for you.
but there is no 24-hour sun in the south.
Allegedly.
How dare you say? How dare you say that?
I dare. Well, what about in the north then? Well, I suppose they said that's when the sun's nearer, but I've never ever understood what they think the sun is going around, why it doesn't fall to the earth or we crash into it, and why it decides to change to spiral out. And if it did decide to spiral out, what stops it spiraling out and makes it spiral back in again?
It's simple. They don't call it the North Pole for nothing. It's a pole that's standing there and there's a tether on it.
Okay. What material is this tether?
Band. It's a big rubber band.
It's no, I'm not gonna be mean to the religious.
Brainless, you'd nearly convinced me.
It's angel hair.
Okay. Magic angel hair.
Yeah.
Oh, incidentally,
pixie dust.
Pixie dust. What was that powering it? Yes. And if the sun is that small, what the hell is it made of? Because any material burning would have run out a long time ago. But talking of Multi Tom Tom, if you remember last stream, he was in here and said that he would agree to chat with me one-on-one on Zoom or similar, and he agreed to email me. Just to update you, I have not heard from him yet. So if anyone is in any sort of discussion or comments with Multi Tom Tom, just please politely remind him. Oh, Shills versus Shills. You come in and get yourself... Let's have a look.
But yeah.
Yes, thank you very much for that, Shills. I'm not surprised you were timed out straight away. What a shame. Mr. Gary Wybenga has been posting here politely, and he's not getting himself timed out. You are welcome to try that, Shills, but I can't believe for a moment you'll manage to post without getting yourself timed out or whatever. There you go.
Too late.
He's happily promoting his own videos.
Who is? Sorry, who is?
Gary.
Gary. Oh, well. I'll give him that. If he's being polite, I'll let him do that.
There is
I'll
something
keep an eye on him.
sensible.
Sorry, Glass?
There is something missing from my name.
From your name?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What's missing? Blues banner.
I never, ever, ever give one out for being asked. Never.
I know.
No, blue span. I have handed one out tonight. Actually, blue spanners get handed out when I see a person and it pops into my mind and the time is right, sort of thing. It's highly complex, and a bit of luck on your part. So yeah, the reason I made that a firm rule, Glass, is I don't want anyone to push me in any way about being a mod.
Right.
So don't do it. Don't do it. Right.
Just waiting in the wings.
Someone else popped into the waiting room.
Brenda. Okay.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Well, I'll give Brenda a chance to hear that they're being talked about. Brenda, I'll bring you in just a moment. We'll keep chatting for a minute. That's to give you fair warning. You're about to be dragged onto the live stream. Obviously, you'll need headphones on with a mic and turn down your sound on the stream so it doesn't get fed back. Maybe you've done it before. I'm not sure. I've heard your name. I'm assuming you're the same Brenda. Let's give it a go. Oh, Brenda knows the drill. So let's give Brenda a big welcome. Hello to you, Brenda.
Hello.
Hello, Brenda. How you doing?
Brenda.
Hello.
What's a hello from everyone and nothing back from Brenda? Hello,
I'm
hello.
sorry. Push to talk. I forgot. Push to talk.
Oh, there we go.
Hello, Brenda. Good evening to you.
Long time. I've been subscribed to you for several months
Wow.
now. I enjoy your show. It's very good. It's a very good combination of debunking and
Stupidity.
well, casual. No, on your part, casual, lighthearted humor on your part.
Thank you. That to be honest is the aim, because we got debunkers, the full range, from those who are just nothing but point and laugh, through to those who are hard science, through to those who are let's rip into them. And yeah, you pretty much summed up what my aim is.
I'm reading your chat.
So my chat.
Never give me a spanner. Reverse psychology there.
And Chris P. Bacon has only just noticed you made me a mod. Thank you very much, Mr. S. Crispy Bacon, you are very welcome, and you are the person I modded earlier on tonight. Crispy Bacon is actually one of my Patreon as well. So just being a patron doesn't make you a mod either. So you can't buy it either.
You can't buy it, can't rent it. Sorry.
No, that's right. It is bestowed. Anyway, we have 2 more videos. I hope you've been enjoying the show so far anyway, Brenda.
Oh, that's right. We have 2 more videos.
I'll tell you what, Brenda, why don't you choose? You got number 1 or number 5?
Number 1.
Number 1. I have no idea. Number 1.
Go for number 1. Okay. It's not a right or a wrong answer. It's just a let's pick which one we do next. Because they were submitted in obviously a random order. I then randomised with numbers, and then everyone here is picking them at random order again. So they're totally random because I didn't want to influence it at all. Okay, so Brenda, along with the others, if you could mute yourself while I play the video, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. And here we go with video number...
Number 1. Mr. Jones, 1972.
Right, 1 minute debunk on Nathan Thompson's flyer. Water is a natural level. Not according to these pictures, they're not. Airplane level flights. Yes, they maintain a constant altitude following the curve of the Earth. You just debunked yourself there, my friend. Science stays it's stationary. I can't find a single citation where science says the Earth is stationary. Horizon is always eye level. Why is the moon below the horizon in this particular pic? Why we see too far? That's a phenomenon that only happens twice a year, in February and October. Do some research. The dome is real. We've never crashed into the dome, taken a sample of the dome. We can't see the dome. Done. Moonlight is cold. Please check out this video by Sean Hufford. Thank you very much. Crepuscular sun rays? No, because of the sun If it was small and local, would not be sitting on top of this mountain behind these trees or under these clouds. Gravity is magic. Density and buoyancy, no. Density and buoyancy are not forces. Boats go over the curve. You cannot zoom into something that has already gone over the horizon. That's the 1 minute debunk done. Thank you, Mr. Sensible. Goodbye.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Jones 1972, who decided to take on every flat Earth proof there is. And I'm joined by Arnold. He's decided to come in and say hello. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is Arnold, Slayer of Flurfs. He has tackled Flurfs on his own. Yeah, he's a boy.
Yeah, it's great.
It wasn't bad, was it? He banged his way through everything. It was how much could you do in a minute?
That was a lot.
It was a lot, certainly was. I had to watch it.
That was 5 minutes of talking in 30 seconds.
But he got his way through it all. Good job.
He's an auctioneer by trade. He's got to be.
He's an auctioneer. Well, he sold me Globe Earth.
Think about it.
Mr. Sensible, I see something very cute on the stream.
Yeah, that's Mr. Arnold, Slayer of Flurs.
Oh, I thought it was baby kitten.
He tends to pop in. He's got his own VIP entrance now.
Oh, he is a kitten. Good guess.
Maybe in the compilation of all the 1 minute debunk videos, you should include Arnold. Where you ate the cheese.
He's asleep.
Yeah, our cat's sleeping.
Oh, Brenda's popped out. I don't know if that was deliberate or not.
I think it was accidental.
Accidental. Let's bring Brenda back again.
Yeah.
Brenda, I don't know if you dropped that accidental or deliberate. If it's deliberate, then just jump yourself straight out again.
No, it's totally my thumbs, all thumbs here.
No worries, no worries. It's just that you can't get in here unless you're dragged in. It's security and an anti, bombing.
Anti-troll.
Yeah.
Anti-troll.
Security.
Ding, ding, ding. We have the super chat.
We certainly do. From Crafty Keeler for €2 for the Arnold Pampering Fund with a nice big heart. Thank you, Keeler. And I'm sure that Arnold's most appreciative. He sat at my desk here. He sat at my desk. He's a boy, isn't he? He's a boy. What's this? 50p cash says it's number 5, says Fred Bailey. No, I haven't asked for a suggestion for the next number yet. You can't go for it yet until I ask. Oh, Mr. Jones 72 is in the side chat. Hello, Mr. Jones. Excellent video. I really enjoyed it. And as I was saying, I can't believe how much you got through in 1 minute. Absolutely incredible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you an auctioneer, Jones? Yes or no?
Yeah, Glass wants to know, are you an auctioneer? Or anything involving speed talking?
He did say Mrs. Jones is here with him. I heard a song about Mrs. Jones. I hope it wasn't true.
And Keeler, I know you're there. Arnold is adorable, Ivy. Arnold's been in a few videos, not often enough. Arnold is part of Mage. Let me just get that patch back up again so you can see it. Because in the Mage weather balloon probe, we're actually sending up some cat biscuits as well, so he can try them after they've been down to about 1% atmospheric pressure and about minus 40 degrees. So he's part of the Mage experiment, and so am I, because I'm doing the same with a bit of cheese. So yeah, Arnold appears from time to time, and he's very popular. Is Arnold?
Does Arnold care for cheese?
Sorry, Arnold? Oh, Arnold loves it. Arnold loves it. Ha ha! Q said choose X, as did Steve6464. XXX, that's all you think about, you filthy minded people.
The succession
here.
As a succession to the Mage project, can we have the Flurf Mage project where we send a Flurf up in a weather balloon?
That would be a good idea. Good idea. Although it's going to be quite hard because, there's only so much lifting gas and Flurfs are quite dense.
Oh, no.
Let's send a Flurf up with a pulse ox and see how his oxygen goes up about a couple kilometers.
I think I get one about 600 feet in the air easily enough with my trebuchet.
Well, who was it saying? Do you know? It's only recent. It's gone straight in my head. Oh, was it? Oh, not Bev. It was. Oh gosh, Spurs. Who said that there is no atmospheric gradient? It's the same up to a 50-mile height, and he refused to believe it. Absolutely refused to believe it.
Oh, I simply looked it up, and whichever side you choose, they all say the same. How easy can it be?
Yeah. How easy indeed.
And I know what Spurs' problem is. If he sort of feels that he lost, he always shouts the same thing, like you don't have a globe model. He doesn't understand what a model is. He thinks that a model should be something tangible, and then it should, let's say, have water sticking to it. And it's so easy to show him that is not what the model is, but no one ever does that.
Well, we have the perfect globe Earth model. We have the Earth.
Well, he doesn't understand that the gravitational attraction goes down with the radius. I mean, that's why the Moon is 1/6 of the Earth's size, and it's got 1/6 of the attraction. If you say that the density is equal, that's very easy if you look at the formula.
Flurfs claim that their model is Google Earth, and they still. I'm totally serious.
Yeah, Google Earth on a flat screen monitor.
No, I'm totally serious. And they asked somebody just within the past week or so, and they reaffirmed that. I don't remember who it was, but they just think that the globe part is NASA faking it, but the rest of it they think is flat Earth. That's their model when you ask them.
Oh right, yeah.
Well,
Wasn't it Nathan Oakley who started that? We now have a model, something like that. But the trouble is, flat earthers always disagree with each other. So are they all on board with the same stupid idea?
Pretty much. I mean, their stupid ideas don't even agree with other stupid ideas held by the same person, let alone other people. Hey, Brenda, I want to ask you, Brenda, are you the same Brenda that Nathan Oakley's always going on about?
Well, not so much lately, but yes, I am. I used to go on his show. It was probably over a year ago, but I've stopped going there a long time ago. It just got too toxic for me.
Yeah.
Well, also because I got banned because I insisted on something being true and stuff.
And they didn't like that. I'm not
I
surprised.
didn't like that.
I've heard you once there. Who was there? The Page character. She said something like, the way I learn is I watch a YouTube video and I don't have to test it, and if I don't understand it, I simply watch it again. I was thinking, try watching Russian and learning Russian that way. You idiot.
Brenda, if you got banned from that server, you're invited to mine.
Well, I also got banned from Ranties too, but he's leaving.
No surprise.
But Glass, who is not invited to your server?
Well, actually, Gary Wybenger's just said that he never goes on. I'm sure he meant MC2 and he mistyped, or FTFE, because they don't play fair. They interrupt and never give you a full, complete answer, and they mute you. Well, actually, Gary, I would not tonight, but I would like to invite you, if you want to get in touch with me. Emails below, mr-sensible@hotmail.com, or come onto my Discord and then DM me, and perhaps we can arrange a chat or a debate about something if you want to. And if you can do it as a civil debate, then I'm up for that. Okay, you know, your choice. I know you weren't angling for that. It's an offer if you want to contact me. Right.
And if he wants to do it on a different channel than your channel, you guys could always use agree to disagree.
Well, we could do, but hopefully, Gary, we could do it not as a debate, just as a chat if you want. So there is no winner loser, just to have a bit of a discussion. Because I know you've been on and seen a few of my streams. Hopefully, you've seen some where I have had flat earthers on, and you'll see that I do treat people fairly and let them have their words, and I don't mute them and boot them. So far, I've not had to do that to anyone. I would do it if someone was doing hate speech and something like that, but other than that. So, by all means, get in touch with me if you want to, and if you don't, that's cool too.
I heard him mention MC Toon, and MC Toon is the nicest guy on the globe Earth.
Isn't he just? I called him that. I've called him that to his face. You know, in a discussion, that he's the nicest person that I've come across on here. That's not to knock anyone else. He's just such a nice guy, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
What
really
a
is.
nice guy.
What
a nice fella. Aw.
Well, we've got one video left, so if people in the side chat would like to choose a video, but let's not go for X.
Why don't you let us choose this time, Mr. S?
Well, I'll tell you what,
Yeah,
Mitch.
please.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you let Julie choose?
All right, I'll let Julie choose.
There's only one left. I choose 5.
As does Tina Jones. The Snark chose 5.5. Surf chose number 6. I've got 10.5. Potluck 42. But I tell you what, Julie, I like you, so we'll go with your choice. All right?
Not 666.
Right. So here we go then, guys. If you can just mute yourselves a minute, we'll play the last video, number 5.
Number 5. Q.
So thank you very, very much for that, Q. I really appreciate that. So much information. And it's another absolute killer. And for those of you who don't know, Q is my secret weapon. Q is the person who has given me lots of help, advice, and loaned a shed load of equipment for Mage. So big thanks to Q. Please check out his channel and all of the other channels. I will be putting links in the description below. So, guys, what did you think of that then?
That's a damn good thing I got a high school education, goddammit.
Q said it needs to be 2 minutes, really. But, well, Q, yeah, but 2 minutes doesn't fit into a 1 minute debunk video. That would be cheating. But thank you very, very much for that.
No, none of the flat earthers who claim gravity is not a thing can explain why buoyancy works only in one direction, down.
Yeah.
And why down? Like, why is down a special direction?
I know.
There's no such thing as gravity. Just like, why is flat a special shape? There's no such thing as gravity. And it turns out, not only is the Earth not flat, but nothing on Earth is flat, and nothing can be truly flat. Lo and behold.
Well, LIGO does a good job.
Or Flo, your toe tanks. That pretty much proves it as well. There's so many proofs. And I was thinking about this today. Everything works together. You've got the atmospheric gradient caused by gravity, which would make things a sphere. And if you've got a sphere, then as it rotates, the sun would drop behind. You get 2 points of rotation. Everything works together. There is no what's the word?
Contradictions.
No contradictions at all. Whereas with flat Earth, you could come up with some idea that explains one of those things. You'd have a hard time proving it. I've not seen the evidence, but you could, come up with one thing. But then it won't work with all the rest. That's
Right.
what I
And
don't
you
get.
can't use it to predict whether it's a good model or not. Is whether it can be used to accurately predict things in the future. We know what the paths of eclipses will be 203 years from now with pinpoint accuracy because the model that we use is correct.
Mitch, that is so correct. I've mentioned it before on this channel, but when I was I've always been interested in astronomy. Now I don't really do any, but when I was a kid, I was really into it. I'd borrowed a little telescope and all those sort of things. But I got the 1982 yearbook of astronomy by Patrick Moore, and in there were tables for eclipses. And the very next eclipse, full eclipse visible from the UK, was August 1999. This book was 1982, and it said that you'd only be able to see it from Cornwall. So right from then, 1982, I was waiting to go and see it, and I did go. It was very cloudy, but I was there for the eclipse. How did they predict that? All those years in advance. Yeah, well, they predicted it all those years in advance to the minute.
Crystal ball, magic wand, yellow cards. I don't know.
But I mean, yeah, all these things work together.
Right, eclipses, umbras and penumbras, seasons, moon phases. All of these things
star
are
parallax.
trivially predicted by the globe.
Yeah, star parallax as we orbit the sun. That's how we measure the distance to the nearest stars. It all works.
I'm sorry, but astronomy is not a science. It is not a science because science establishes causality. Moderator.
I thought astrology was the one that was a science.
Yeah, astronomy is a science. Astrology is not a science.
I know. I do know that.
All right, and astrology actually has its origins in, believe it or not, mythology and navigation is where all that lot came from, because that would be the way you would be able to recognize, what stars are where, so that you could figure out where you were based on what you saw. Wouldn't work too good on a flat Earth, would it?
Well, what I'm doing, guys, is I'm just grabbing all these links and I'm going to try, without screwing things up, and edit it into the description so that they're available in a couple of minutes for anyone who wants to go and check out any of those channels. Give them some support, give them some likes, and obviously if it's a channel you enjoy, consider subscribing. And I'm going to I'm doing that now. This is where if I'm not careful, I'll end up screwing everything up. All right, here we go.
What are some future? What's your next on your plate for Mr. Sensible?
Well, Mage is my big thing. And actually, I'm just going to refresh the screen because hopefully those links have now come in. Yes, they have. Yeah, so links to all the submission channels are there. I'll tidy them up in a while. Mage is my next big thing. Other than that, well, I've mentioned it a couple of times recently, Brenda. Have you noticed how many of the Flat Earth channels are either disappearing or just not producing content?
They are. They are.
Well, my nemesis, or one of them, Mitchell from Australia, his last video must be getting on for 4 weeks now, and it was just a mirror of Sleeping Warrior. Nothing else has.
Good luck with that.
Nothing else has turned up.
Ranty is leaving the game. People were talking earlier about Spurs Chemo, but I haven't really seen him around on Discord very much. Well, he doesn't seem to be around much.
He's not producing videos, is he? But he's still going on streams. I did a debate on FTFE with him recently.
Oh, okay.
So he's doing that, but he's just not doing videos.
I haven't seen much of Anthony Riley lately.
Yeah, he's gone quiet, and his latest one is about. He started talking more about human rights being denied us because of lockdown. He's going that direction.
Did you hear that he went to some protest? There was some protest a week or two or so ago, right?
Sorry, say again.
There was a week or two ago a protest in the UK over, and it was Save Our Children, but that's part of the QAnon conspiracy thing.
Well,
And he was at that protest.
Yeah, that's all Anthony Steele and Lee Sir Robin Garrett. To get that reference, you'll need to watch my earlier video. Steele believes streetlights in the Gateshead area and across the country are all 5G. They're weapon systems. They're killing wildlife, killing children, causing cancer, spreading COVID. He's a total. I'll say it here and now. He's a total nutbag, but he's a dangerous one. He actually spent 8 years in prison for shooting a young girl in the head. Accidentally, someone pointed out. Well, in the UK you cannot carry handguns around. Handguns are just totally legal outside of gun clubs, and they may even not be allowed there for all I know now. And he was carrying a handgun and accidentally shot a girl in the head, put her on life support. So he's not a nice guy.
You can't go to the convenience store without being heavily armed in America. So.
Yeah, well, Anthony was on a stream with Nathan Oakley talking about before he went to that protest, and he was talking in terms of really romantic terms about how they were gonna stand up. It was just gonna be like Tiananmen Square. That's what he imagined it would be, Tiananmen Square.
Yeah. Kiri Mack, is that what? What about Steele? Because it's true. Newspaper clippings have been shown on my channel. Very much true. He was a bouncer, and he did 8 years for accidentally, apparently, shooting someone in the head.
Accidentally shoot someone in the head.
I think he was aiming at someone else. Like that's all right.
Oops.
Oh dear.
I don't know about what. I mean, someone's saying he did some other things. I don't know about that, so I couldn't possibly comment. But I'm aware of the shooting thing for definite. And of course, he's had his channels taken down, and I'm not surprised. Apparently he and his sidekick Lee Sir Robin Garrett, between them, last count, have totalled up £30,000 worth of fines for breaching the various COVID regulations. Sir Robin's last one was £10,000 for being an organiser of one of these protests.
That's money well spent, eh?
Yeah.
Is that brave Sir Robin?
That's right. Sir Robin? Yes, he bravely ran away. He bravely turned his tail and fled.
They could have bought another ring laser gyroscope with all that.
One that works, maybe.
Yeah, right.
And they'll prove it again.
Error.
Mine has, but then perfectly.
Yeah, but then they'll prove the globe again, so they don't dare to do that.
Oh, excuse me.
Mine works.
Someone's saying about. Sorry, was it Globe Mum? No, someone was saying about Gateshead, or the area where Steele comes from. That's one of the highest areas in the country for COVID. Last figure I saw was 270 per 100,000. Coincidence? I think not.
I can't wait for 6G myself.
Do you think that'll be safer or more dangerous still?
No, I think you can you can either use it to communicate or heat up your ramen noodles. It's great.
Well, that's true. We could all get rid of our microwaves, just make a phone call and cook our dinner.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and actually, while we're talking about that sort of subject, I'll just
your dinner 60 milliwatts.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say that day one, this is for people in the UK. Day one, I downloaded the NHS COVID-19 app, and I've been encouraging people to do it. Most people have either said, yep, already got it, or okay, and they've downloaded it. I had one or two who queried it, some because they weren't sure how it worked, and one or two who mentioned about, I don't really want to be tracked. For information, your mobile phone tracks you anyway, down to within a couple of meters, because that's how mobile. Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that, Snark.
That's exactly how they work.
Yeah, it needs to know where you work.
Basic trigonometry said 6G is one more dangerous than 5G.
Yeah, because your phone needs to broadcast where, the mobile phone system knows where your phone is because it needs to know what cell it is in. Hence, they're called cell phones. So I would very much like to encourage everyone who's UK based, if you haven't, to install that app. All you have to do is put in half a postcode, so they don't know any more or less about you than they did before.
I see.
Neil Sullivan says higher frequencies genuinely get absorbed less by people. I'll be honest and say when it comes to the whole thing about radio waves and that, I know very little indeed. But I know that actually, yes, because part of the problem with 5G is the signal does not go very far, or it gets stopped by all sorts of things, even things like tree leaves, not tea leaves, tree leaves.
Hence, the higher the frequency, the less penetration. That's what that's about. That's why it doesn't go very far.
Yeah,
because it less air blocks it.
And a very important thing is it ionizing or not?
Yes.
If it's ionizing, you're in trouble.
It's not strong enough to ionize.
No.
It needs to be about 5 orders of magnitude stronger.
Even microwaves don't ionize, and they're in the kilowatts.
That's correct.
Yeah. Here's a handy experiment. Put your hand next to your cell phone and see what happens. Next, put your hand in the microwave, turn it on, and notice the difference.
Well, I think you'd probably have.
Disclaimer: don't do this at home. Please do not do this.
But I would also have to say
they're flirt watching. So
you would actually have to. You would have to cut your hand off first, though, because the microwaves don't work with the door open.
Wasn't there one of the papers that said that scientists don't know how microwaves work?
Dog. This is in the waiting room.
Oh, yes. Well, how are we for time? It's 11 o'clock. Let's bring in dog. 5 dogs. Wow, that's a pack. So bring him in.
We're going to jump out, Mr. S. We're going to get our dinner together. Great talking to everybody. Great submissions. Really, really enjoy that. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Talk to you soon, Mr. S. Everybody else. See you guys soon.
You take care, Mitch. Thank you. Thank you, Julie. Take care.
Good night, Mitch.
Sayonara.
Bye-bye.
Take care, Mitch.
And let's bring in dog. Hello, dog.
Dog.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
I hope you've enjoyed the. Well, I don't know when you came onto the stream, but I was going to say if you have, I hope you enjoyed the submissions.
I did. I came in just as you were finishing the very first video, and I thought, oh, it was a good video. I better rewind, and I rewound about 10 minutes and thought, that's not the video, and jumped forwards a bit at a time until I found it.
That's the thing with 1 minute videos; they're quite short. Well, yeah, there's been some brilliant ones. Really have. I was really pleased with each and every submission. It's great. And I will do it again sometime. So if anyone thinks, do you know what, we'll have a crack at it, do a 1 minute video and just hold it in abeyance, and we'll do one in a few months' time, because it's, it makes a change. It's nice and gives people a chance to get something out there. And as I said, it doesn't have to be flashy. You don't need video editing software and graphics and anything. As simple as you want, do it on a phone. You don't have to have a channel. Just do a video, a 1 minute video, and we'll do another 1 minute debunkies show at some point in the future.
Well, I have an idea for one, but it would require me to be pretty athletic to get it done from here right now. Wow. It's on the other side of the country.
Oh, well, that gives you a chance to do it. Gives you a chance to get to the other side of the country ready for next time.
Give you a hint. Use a car.
The reason I wanted to jump in was somebody mentioned ionizing radiation. And I thought I would just mention a demonstration of that, which is the gold leaf electroscope. You can get a thing which is, it's basically a bottle with a tube on the side so you can suck the air out of it.
Yep.
And a rubber bung in the top with a bolt through the bung and 2 bits of gold leaf hanging down off the bolt.
Yep.
You suck all the air out and you have this gold leaf hanging down in pretty much a vacuum. Not all the air, but you know what I mean. Rubber rod to put a charge on it static electric charge and touch that to the bolt. If you put a negative charge, i.e. a surplus of electrons, on the rod and therefore on the bolt, the gold, whether it's positive or negative, the gold leaves will fly apart. If it's negative, you can shine all the light you want on it. Nothing happens if you're using visible light or infrared light or microwave or 5G radiation or 4G or 3G or whatever, long wave radio waves. If you shine ultraviolet light on it, the individual photons of ultraviolet light have enough energy in them to knock the surplus electrons off the metal atoms in the bolt and the gold leaf, and will remove the negative charge and allow the two pieces of gold leaf to fall down, even if it's not very bright light. But longer wavelengths with lower frequencies and lower energy per photon just won't do that, even if you make them a heck of a lot brighter than the UV.
That's correct.
Just thought I'd throw that in there for anyone who thinks, oh no, microwaves, so scary.
UVC light will do it. Knock it down.
Second best, Bob. I've had a long day, pal. I've had a five-hour drive. I took Mini Miss Sensible down to university. Literally got her out of the car, turned around and drove back again. So, yeah, sorry if I'm yawning. It's not boredom. It's just being tired. So, Dog, I always forget the name of these things, and I've not seen one since I was a kid. Those glass things with the veins in that turn around in the sunlight. I can't remember.
Kaleidoscope?
No. It's like four veins. They're black on one side.
Radiometer. I think we call it here in the States. We call them radiometer.
No, I can't think what it's called. So I'm sure someone in the chat will come up with the real name. And you put them in the sunlight and they spin. I've always wanted one of those.
Right, yes.
You know the thing I mean?
I have seen something
yes,
like
I do.
And I've
turned light rays into motion directly, which is unique.
I've seen two different explanations of those. One is that the light bouncing off the white side
and absorbed by the black,
being absorbed by the black, because light does actually have momentum, is pushing it round. The other explanation is that light shining on the black side is heating it up, and therefore heating up the air in contact with it, making the air less dense and decreasing the pressure on that side.
Do they have air or a vacuum in it? I don't know.
They're a vacuum, and I pulled them to 10 to the negative 12, and they still work.
Okay.
So it's not air.
The only ones I'd seen were actually freestanding in air, and I thought, you guys have got a lot going on in there.
Someone said an anemometer, but that's for measuring wind.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing. I actually came across them somewhere. Someone else has said radiometer, so let's have a look. But that's well, that's perhaps or a Röntgenomon. I can't even say it. It's a device for measuring the radiant flux of electromagnetic radiation. A Crux radiometer. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Fascinating things. I wonder how much one of those is.
$20.
A light mill. Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
$20.
$20. Oh, that's not bad, is it?
So mine cost.
Yeah, I have not actually seen one of those in real life since I was a kid. And I know I was absolutely fascinated. But then I was totally fascinated with, the lava lamps. I remember a neighbour of ours had one of those, and I used to sit and watch it for hours. Small things, please, small minds, maybe. Sorry?
That debunks the flat Earth. A simple lava lamp, if you think about it.
Go on.
That gets rid of their density. Makes things float. Makes things sink.
And the trouble was you got absolutely fascinated by girls as well, so that took a little bit of the attention.
Yeah, problem is girls weren't absolutely fascinated with me, Snark.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, I never had a lava lamp, so I had to spend hours staring at girls instead.
Well, yeah. Oh dear. Peter Poop, thank you very much for the video submission, and just double checking. Yeah, the link to your channel is below in the description. So once again, I'd ask everyone to have a look at those channels, especially if any one of the videos caught your particular attention. I have put them in the description in the order I received them, so they're not influenced in any way. So that's the order I received them. I then assign them random numbers, and then you guys pick the order I actually showed them. JB wants a pic of me with hair. I'd have to dig that out. Oh, Effie peer review, good night.
Oh, I can do it with Photoshop. What do you want, afro?
No.
This picture of Mr. Sensible with hair was photoshopped because it has to be.
Right, who said that? I'm throwing you out now.
You've been on YouTube so much now that it'd be no problem to get a good shot of you and composite something.
Well, I do have some pictures, but I'm not going to try and dig them out and load them up right now. Steve6464, thank you to you too for submitting. Thanks to everyone who submitted. And I hope you all enjoyed seeing your own videos and seeing everyone else's take. And it's given a lot of pleasure, I think, to people in the side chat and here on the Discord as well tonight. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. S, for putting it all together.
No worries, no worries. It's my pleasure. I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed doing the little intro, you know, the green screen graphic thing at the front of it as well. I wish I had more ability with the production side of things.
Who spoke the intro text with the deep voice? Was that Arnold?
That was me, and adjusting the pitch. That's about as complicated as it gets.
So you do know audio.
JB, is it too late to submit a video? I think I'd say yes for this time, but do one ready for next time, okay? Do one ready for next time. Oh, Lambert Hospice says solar mill, €14. Oh, where's that from then? And I wonder if it'll work in here. Well, obviously not with a green screen, but I've got a shelf behind me. That would be nice if it did. That would show my video cuts with it suddenly jumping, wouldn't it? Like the clock.
Even a strong LED spotlight shining right straight on us.
I've got two of them. Two of them, yeah. But when I do live streams, I tend to be using the green screen, so I get a different backdrop. I vary them. Actually, let's have a different background now. I like
all you need to do is get one of those strong germicidal UV lamps, like 20 watts or so, and shine it on that. I'm sure then it would work.
It'd be interesting test to see what would.
I'm sure.
By the way, I tend to give bad advice.
Yeah. UVC shining around the room while you're in there. Really. Now, most of the eBay germicidal lights, yeah, they're just blue lights. They would do nothing. Almost all of them are just blue lights.
Sorry if I look a bit distracted. I'm just...
I can't see. I'm in Discord.
Ah, there we go. I feel better now. I'm back on the bridge.
So a radio meter, you can have them for less than 12 euros. So.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting cheaper all the time. They'll be paying me to have one soon.
Close to $20 Canadian. So yeah, actually it's a little.
You'll probably have to wait a long time because it's one from one of those China sites.
So. It came here in 3 weeks.
Actually, according to Wiki, a common belief is that the momentum of the absorbed light on black faces make the radiometer operate. If this were true, however, the radiometer would spin away from the non-black faces since the photons bouncing off those faces impart more momentum than the photons absorbed on the black. I haven't, but it doesn't actually explain. Oh, the currently accepted explanation, so it's not determined, depends on having just the right degree of vacuum and relates to the transfer of heat rather than the direct effect of photons. Wow, would you Adam and Eve it?
Well, I've taken it to 10 to the negative 12, and they work.
Well, there you go.
Which is basically space tech.
Ryland Crips, the links are now in the description. They weren't there at the beginning because I didn't want to give the game away, but I updated them about 5 minutes ago. So either look after the stream or refresh the screen, and they will appear below. we have Mr. Jones 72, 1972, Now Pinion, Flow Rider, Hugh Jars, Steve 6464, Snark, Tetradoes RC, Andreas Eld, Peter Poop, Globomom, and Q. There you go.
Yep.
Yep.
But
mine took a
radio meters. With the radio meters, is it possible that there is more than one explanation that causes them to rotate?
I suppose so. I don't. I'd only ever heard the light reflecting off the white and being absorbed by the black. But then, like I said, last time I saw one, I was a kid, and I've not really. And that was the explanation I was told at the time. And I've not, as I said, I've not seen one since, and not really thought about it since. Be interesting to look into it. Really. I think I'm going to get one. They're fascinating things, though, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I should think, though, that posting them, there's quite a high damage rate. I'm sure that when I saw one, it was actually in someone's car on the dashboard. I would have thought that swinging around would damage it.
Idea.
Yeah.
No, for the dashboard, you need one a hula girl bobblehead type of thing.
Well, one of these.
Mass. They probably last a while there.
One of these. If you have a look at your screen, it will be coming in a minute. Always wanted one, and I got one.
These dogs with or cats with wavy hands with a little.
Take a look in the waiting room.
A look in the waiting room. Oh, thank you.
Oh no! One with the solar panel.
Cool. My stream's running far behind. I think I need to refresh. Refresh the screen. That's way behind. Yeah, there we go. That was a little prezi from Middle Miss Sensible. Oh, Mr. Jones 1972 has gained a sub. Congratulations, sir. Yeah, all hail the Next Generation Bridge. It's actually got sound on as well. I'll turn it down a bit because some people... let's try this. Tell me if it's problematical. It should be a background hum of the engines. Now I've switched the engines on.
Oh.
What I will say again is big thanks to Creaky, though, because I contacted him, because I was going to do this last night, and what came up is, if you've seen my community post, I was due to go out for a meal with Mrs. Sensible and a friend who's staying with us, and I had forgotten. So I rescheduled for tonight, and I thought, oh, Creaky's on at this time, so I dropped him a message, thinking he started at 9, but he actually finished at 9. So I said, oh, that's cool, I'll go straight after. Can you give us a shout out? And he did. So thank you for that, Creaky. Appreciate that.
Jones fell out of the room and he popped back up above.
Oh, so he did. Let's try him again. Hello, Mr. Jones.
Hello, Jones.
Mr. Jones.
Oh, yeah,
You're back.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Hello, good evening, and thank you, and well done, very well done on your video, getting all that information in 1 minute.
Are you an auctioneer?
I'm not an auctioneer, no.
Oh, mercy. Make a good one. It's going out again.
No. It'll blow them out of the water.
Oh.
Thus, you scare him away.
Oh.
Hello, you are here, Mr. Jones, but you keep hopping out to the live waiting room. I don't quite know why. Second best Bob, thank you very much for joining us. Good night to you. Yeah, you are here, Mr. Jones.
Am I audible?
You're audible. Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
You could be heard. You could be heard all around the world.
Oh, crikey! 112 people watching. Oh, dear me.
Ah, you're fine. Well, more than that, saw your video.
If I'm
really chuffed. Thank you so much for letting me on. It's great. It's absolutely great.
My pleasure. I mean, it's great. Hey, it's content for me, but it's great as well to let people have a go. You know, you have a channel, but some people may not have had a channel, but just wanted to have a crack at doing a video.
Yeah.
It's all just for fun. As I made clear, it was not to judge people's video making abilities. It was just about having and making an argument against flat Earth or other conspiracy in under a minute.
Yeah,
which is quite a challenge. Well, apparently not for you.
Well, thank you very much. I really enjoy doing the videos. It wasn't something that I was originally going to do. I was just going to do a gameplay channel, but and then I saw your videos. I've watched you since you had like less than 1,000 subs.
Oh, thank
you. You know, I've seen. I thought he's going to debunk something with cheese here. I thought, well, yeah, and then I got into videos and everything, and absolutely fantastic, really, really good content. I'm really loving it at the minute.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. And you'll have to have a go at my next stream, which will be a 10-second debunk.
Oh, crack, yeah. I don't know how many words I can fit in 10 seconds.
Yeah, you'll only be able to debunk half.
Fast talker, man.
Yeah, you'll only be able to debunk half the flat Earth in that time, won't you?
Well, yeah.
Perhaps you could cut out some of the waffle.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Mr. Jones,
hello.
I think you debunked every argument they had in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. That was my aim, because I really dislike Nathan Thompson.
Who doesn't?
Well,
imagine if you had 5 minutes, man.
I just think Nathan Thompson is one of the most disrespectful people going.
Do you mean? Well, I mean Thompson is, but do you mean Oakley?
Oakley.
No, I mean Nathan Thompson.
Thompson.
Nathan
Okay,
Oakley
yeah.
Both. Plus Nathan Oakley as well. I've seen him on his so-called flat Earth debate. I mean, if the Earth is flat, why do you need a debate on it?
Well, I suppose they could turn it around and say, well, if it's a globe, why are you bothering with us? I've heard them say that.
True.
Why are you bothered? If we're wrong, why are you bothered?
Yeah,
well,
true.
With someone like Oakley, I'm not bothered. What I'm bothered about is the people who get persuaded by it.
That's my thing as well. Aaron Rouse says the same thing. I watch a lot of Aaron Rouse.
He's great, isn't he?
Videos. He's fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic. And he says, I'm not aiming this at Kent Hovind. When he has his debate with Kent Hovind, he says, I'm not aiming this at Kent Hovind. I'm aiming this at the people who are brainwashed by him.
Yeah.
And I think that's a great point, and it needs to be made.
I hope that there will be a rematch between Conspiracy Cats and the Banana Man. Because he told you 52 lies. They spouted 52 lies. So yeah, okay, it should be easy for Conspiracy Cats to have a rematch and simply point them out. Like, okay, you did a lot of claims, a lot of lies. Now prove.
I wanted to do.
1972, I'd say he could debunk the 52 lies in 3 minutes flat.
Yeah, he does.
Nathan Thompson. 5-minute video. 3 minutes, do it. Next.
Jose JG's in the side chat saying, without flat Earth, many channels wouldn't exist today. You would have nothing to talk about. Actually, Jose, that's true. It's a bit of a vicious circle, isn't it? The better we debunk them, the more they go, and the less we got to debunk. But I also think that means that we're all concentrating on fewer and fewer channels, so they're getting smashed with debunk. That might be why it's speeding up, and there's less and less of them.
Yes. But there's plenty of other conspiracies out there to debunk, I think.
Yeah. Some of them have an interest for me, some don't. I like the because I originally came in with creation versus evolution, although I used to also at work when it was quiet have a look at the Flat Earth website. There's 2 of them now because they had a falling out. But some I'm not interested in, or I know so little about, I don't feel it's my place to do it, and I'll leave it to others.
It's true with evolution with me. I don't. I tend to leave Kent Hovind alone because he's very good in. Well, he knows how to speak.
He does know how to speak.
He's very persuasive.
But he's got the same set of slides, and it's almost word for word. Argument after argument after argument. And I hope, Mr. Jones, you've seen Thunderfoot's original Why Do People Laugh at Creationists series.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, because obviously he did a lot with Venom Fang X, who was an idiot, but he's also done quite a bit with Kent and his Hovin theory. Oh, man. If anyone out there who hasn't seen about the Hovin theory, you're in for a treat.
In the beginning, God
dogs produce dogs.
Oh. Well, he basically believed that the dome, there was a an ice dome, and it collapsed, and all the ice fell towards the poles, making them cold. And of course, Thunderfoot pointed out that it would actually have toasted everything on Earth with all that mass falling. But yeah.
And why do kangaroos live in Australia? Because the tigers chased them off. And crazy stuff.
Yeah, and if you come with something new, well, then he's not prepared for that.
Yes.
Nope. Right. The thing is, I've seen lots and lots of debates, creationists versus evolutionists, and flat earthers versus globe earthers, and they always descend into one thing. Creationists and flat earthers always ask questions about the globe side or the creation side. They never ever provide any evidence for their side at all, and I've seen this so many times.
And that little video with all the kangaroos, I'm not prepared for that. By conspiracy cats, it is gold, pure gold.
But I always wondered when the call came from God for all the animals to make their way across to Noah and his ark, it would have taken the sloths quite a long time to get there. Plus, I'm not quite sure how they'd have got across the oceans, but yeah, it would have taken them a long time.
Sloths.
Do you know the picture of all the animals going into the ark, and you got two lions side by side, beautiful manes, and then obviously the caption is "Good luck with breeding them."
The sloths apparently didn't have to cross the oceans because this all happened back when Pangea was a thing, and all the tectonic movement that's happened since then apparently happened, in the 40 days that it was taking the water to drain away.
Right.
Yeah, you see, it's the same as with flat Earth. They can't even agree because there are others who say no, it's the land bridge.
So where did all that water come from, and where did it all drain away to?
Exactly.
In the water tunnels. It went in the water tunnels.
But work out how much kinetic energy there is in the entire subcontinent of India crossing the ocean in 40 days, and work out how big a bang that would have made.
Well, what gets me, though, is how Noah and his inexperienced at boat building family managed to build this ark. And you think Kent, and it is Kent, isn't it, and his mob that built that ark in the States, that has actually got structural steel supports and whatever. But also, I don't know if you've ever seen a video along a corridor in a tanker, and you can see it twist and flex and bend with the waves, which is why you can't make wooden boats that long, because they would leak and break up and sink.
Exactly.
Also, Kent's Ark has modern ventilation and air conditioning and electric fans pumping air through it, and they still had to go with cardboard cutout animals because if they'd put real ones in there, the methane buildup would have been a really major health hazard.
And it had flood damage. They claimed they filed a claim an insurance company when the flood hit there, a flooding.
Oh, and why didn't the birds fly away?
Oh, Neil Sullivan said the evidence for plate tectonics, well, it's mountain. Thanks for that, Neil.
Mountains of evidence.
Yeah.
Also, fish. If the whole Earth is covered in water, where are the freshwater fish living?
And, of course, with that much fresh...
Did Noah have aquariums on the Ark?
Well, with all that fresh water, that would change the salinity and would have killed all the marine life as well. I keep a tropical marine aquarium, and I have to keep the specific gravity to 1.025, give or take a very little. Fish are a little more forgiving, but corals ain't. It don't take much to kill a coral or to get to And actually, with the increase in depth of water, all those reefs would have died.
Also, so would all the olive trees.
Oh,
The story
actually,
goes-
we're
the
being
very
corrected,
first
guys.
sign-
Guys, it's not Kent's Ark, it's Ken Ham's Ark. You're quite right.
Oh.
It's the other idiot with a K. Thank you.
Well,
The,
it's always the little details that break the myths apart, isn't it?
The story goes that a dove flew out and came back with an olive branch.
From where?
Well, presumably from the top of Mount Everest. It would be the first thing exposed, wouldn't it? I haven't seen a lot of olive trees growing high up in the
No.
Himalaya. And I don't
Funnily
think
enough,
olives grow under salt water.
Funnily enough, olive trees are the trees they happen to have in the Middle East.
Yes.
Coincidence.
Yeah, in warm climates, yeah.
And the animals, all the animals mentioned in the Bible happen to be animals from the Middle East. There is no mention of giraffes and kangaroos. Perhaps they just forgot them.
Or lemurs, or New World monkeys, or Gila monsters, or Galapagos tortoises, or anything they hadn't discovered yet.
Yeah.
You know what other animal they don't mention in this big story about every single animal on Earth living together on a big wooden boat?
Yeah, well, how did tortoises get over to the Galapagos Island? Turtles get over to the Galapagos Islands?
One of Noah's sons delivered them in a little canoe.
Rocket turtles.
Yeah, rocket turtles. Yeah, they've got backpacks on them.
No, one would flip upside down, and the other one would use them as
right
a
on
boat.
top.
Well, guys, I think we can agree that this theory perhaps needs a little more work.
Oh yeah, there is one other group of animal species that are not mentioned anywhere in the Ark story, which I think really need their own little chapter of it. Termites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fleas, yeah. There would be a flea problem, I think, on the Ark.
Yeah. Penguins, polar bears.
Penguins and
demon
polar
orb, armadillos, crunchy on the outside. Yeah. Soft in
Love
the middle.
animals. Tasty, aren't they?
And Had says no dinosaurs. Well, actually, in Kenam's Ark encounter, they have dinosaurs. That's their explanation. Small dinosaurs, young ones. So 2 dinosaurs, which over a period of 4,000 years, would have had to have bred and mutated into all those other types of dinosaurs, spread themselves around the world, got themselves buried hundreds of feet down in the rock. Yeah, definitely. They need this theory does need a little tweaking and perfecting.
Exactly.
Well,
Just a little.
Yeah.
At least he was acknowledging that dinosaurs exist.
Who's the other guy that I like? G-Man. Has anybody ever heard of G-Man?
Oh no!
I've heard the name, but I know nothing of him.
G-Man is unbelievably. Oh, he's so funny. That man, he really is so funny. I can't help but laugh every time he speaks. I think it was Erica from Gutsick Gibbon had a debate with him, and she completely destroyed him. And she was just G-Man was just quoting Kent Orvind all night long and just going on about Kent Orvind, and she was just destroying him every single time.
Well, if all your evidence is Kent Hovind, then it's easy to get destroyed.
Very much so, yeah. It's easy to win against Kent Orvind because he knows absolutely nothing.
But I think he doesn't even realise it. I think he really is Dunning-Kruger. I know he's shown evidence and then ignores it, but he doesn't understand it. Yeah. Who is it he was debating and they were pointing out about, is it retroviruses inserting into DNA or whatever?
Crocoduck, was it King Crocoduck or something?
No, it might have been conspiracy cats actually.
I think it was cats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron Ra's talked about them quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
Aaron Ra loves his ghosts of ancient retroviruses.
And of course, the real killer about us descending from great apes is the chromosome. Is it chromosome 23 or whatever? The fused chromosome. I'm not sure because apes have 42 chromosomes. Is that right? 42. We've got 41.
42, yeah, 41.
Yeah, we got 41. So we predicted
I believe
that.
It's 23. I believe it's 23.
Is that or 23 pairs or something like that, isn't it? But we predict. Well, if that's the case, we would have to have one pair that was fused, and they looked and they found it. Whereas each one has endomeres each end and a telomere in the middle. That particular chromosome's got endomeres at each end and 2 telomeres and an endomere in the middle, where 2 chromosomes fuse together. Basic trigonometry says it's number 2. Yeah, it's a killer, absolute killer. It was predicted and it fits.
Basic trigonometry. Trigonometry. I can almost hear Team Skeptic jumping up and down now as we say that.
Yeah.
Oh, and Robert Williams pointing out about Gilgamesh and so on. Yes, who happened to have a flood myth, which, funnily enough, is almost identical to the biblical flood myth, including releasing birds, isn't it, that come back with a branch of some. Yeah, it's.
I think most religions have some sort of flood myth, don't they, going on?
Well, with the weather we've had here today, I think we should start a new one.
Yeah. But luckily, my house is intact, so I think I'm all right for the time being. I don't need to build an ark or anything and pull my cat onto it, so I think I'm all right. Bending of space time. Who's that? Jose JG? Gravity equals bending of space time. A force, not force acceleration. Many things, but nothing specific. Oh.
Not entirely sure.
No, it's Jose JG in the chat there.
Yeah.
I was just reading the chat, sorry. Bending of space time. Space time is one word. Jose JG. If you're listening.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah, I don't understand much about. I'll admit I don't understand much about gravity. Every time I do a debunk video, I have to go and research it and learn about it.
But absolutely, Mr. Jones. I'll tell you what. Since I've been doing this, I knew a certain amount of various aspects of it, but other bits I thought I don't know about that. I'll go and find out. I have learnt so much. That's the other beauty of doing this.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I got into it. I thought when I first set up my channel, I thought this is going to be easy. This, and then you have to dig deeper into it, don't you? You have to do some research, and you have to learn about things.
Yeah.
And I just wish flat earthers would do the same.
Yeah, but then they'd be out of a job, wouldn't they?
Exactly.
They debunk. They could come up with an idea and then debunk it all in one video. Yeah, it would cut us out.
If Jose gets sick, is Hose B going to have to stand in for him?
Oh, God.
Hose B.
Boom.
What does a Spanish fireman call his children? Jose and Hose B.
No, we're not going to have a go at it.
I'm sorry.
I think Jose has been on here once before, and I have watched Jose's channel. I've absolutely no problem whatsoever. No problem whatsoever. Guys, it's now just
some of the videos in your text, and I thought for sure I was going to be running into Spurs on here.
Sorry?
I saw a video in your text earlier there in the text on the server, and it was a Spurs video, and I thought for sure I was going to see Spurs in that. I was going to run into him on here.
Well, Kiri Max just dropped me something. I'm not sure if it's something that will work. Let's have a quick go. Right, let's give this a try.
No education.
I'm convinced Spurs is a poor. I'm absolutely convinced of it.
Right, try. Not really working, Kiri Mac.
You will be reported to YouTube.
I can't think of anybody else that can be that stupid for that long amount of time.
You guys in Discord aren't hearing this yet.
I have no problem with another human being owning another human being in of itself. I have no problem with that. You people are just dumb. You don't have a basis for your morality.
So that's this G-Man. I might look. Oh, it's G-Noises. What's all that then?
No, it's called G-Man. He's a heavily religious guy, and he takes the Bible literally.
I might have to look him up then. Thanks for that.
Oh, he's very.
No. Is he that bad?
No. If you don't release a few billion brain cells, then if you're okay sparing a few billion brain cells, then G-Man.
Read your Bible and do what it says.
I'll warn you this, Sensible. Drink
has said in
as
his
much
heart
liquor
that
as
there
you
is no
can
God. I
possibly
will say
drink
this
before
again.
you start
The
talking to him.
fool
As
has
possible,
said in
and
his
then
heart
go
that
get the
there is no
best
God.
stoning dope you can find from your nearest dealer.
and just knock yourself in the next month before you start talking to him. You won't get so frustrated.
Well, we might give it a go. I'll have a look. It's something to look at. Oh, the Snark has just super chatted €2 saying, "What? No super chats?" Apparently there are, Snark. Yeah, one from you. Thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Just haven't been any for a while.
Thanks for that, Kiri Mac and Glober Chris. Cheers.
I wish I had money in my bank. I'd send a super chat out, but I can't. Do
listen, I very, very much appreciate each and every one of them, but I don't expect them. So please don't worry.
No.
But it's just gone 11:30. I think I'm going to call it a night. I've really enjoyed it tonight, and I hope everyone has watching the stream, and you guys here on the Discord as well.
It's been fantastic. Thank you so much for letting me on.
My pleasure, and hope to see more of you. I'd ask that everyone does have a look at those links below, including Mr. Jones is here, and the Snarks, and all the others, and see what they got. There's loads. Chris Durham Musicals, a video with pictures of clouds lit from underneath.
I've done that one.
Yeah, it's hard for them to explain that. Who is it? There is someone keeps going on about that. I can never remember his. I'm terrible at names. The guy who seems to refuse the business of the shadows of the mountain being cast up onto the bottom of the clouds, and he absolutely refuses to believe it. I don't know. I might do that as my 1 minute.
More than one.
Sorry.
There's more than one who did that.
Yeah, but someone who keeps on with that, and I can't think who it is. Thanks, Mo. Glad you liked it, and TGK2, everyone. I am going to wrap it up because it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. Big thanks to all those who submitted and made the show tonight. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
So you're going to do another?
I will too, but I'll do it sort of irregularly. So, I don't know, 4 or 5 months' time, something like that. And someone just said P-Brain. That's it. It's P-Brain that does it. Thanks for that, Hads. You're absolutely right. That's the guy I was thinking of. So, guys, I'm going to say good night to you on the Discord. I'll pop you all back in the waiting room, and I'll come and have a quick word. So I'll say thank you to each and every one of you. So that's Brainless, thank you, and Dog, and Glass Monster, Mr. Jones 1972, and finally, last but not least, the Snark. Thank you, Snark. Everybody, I'll give a quick shout out again, as I did at the top of the show, to my patrons. I appreciate and would like to thank each and every one of my wonderful patrons. Thank you. And of course, my patrons are very much appreciated, as are each and every one of the members as well. They don't tend to get mentioned enough. So thank you, everybody. Hope you've enjoyed the show, because I certainly have. I'll say thank you. See you soon. Take care. Stay sensible and good night.